show starts in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, what's going on, Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh's DSEN listeners and Steeler Nation? We are in the house, baby, for the first Pittsburgh's DSEN Black and Gold post game. And we are live from Cloud 33 here in the Penn Hills Shopping Center in Penn Hills, Pittsburgh, PA. And it's a beautiful thing when we could do our first post-game show after a Steelers victory, 21-14. My name is Kevin Cameron, and I got my fellas here with me as well. To my right, Mr. Keith Platt Jr. What's up, Keith?
What's going on, man? What's up, everybody?
Ready to get this rocking and rolling, bruh?
Oh, yeah. Steeler Nation is in the building.
In the building. And we're ready to go. And also, to my left, he's a first-timer on Pittsburgh's DSEN, and we are so happy to have him on board today to talk about everything that went on with our Black and Gold today. Mr. Luther Dupree Jr. What's up, Luther?
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm so excited to be here, man. Just trying to catch my breath. Every time the Steelers play, I almost go into cardiac arrest or something, man. But hey, they got the victory, so I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
That's what's up. They got the victory, and we're getting our first call in already. And wow, that was real fast. Caller, do we have you on the line?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, we have Mr. Lewis Walker as our first caller on the day. Lewis, just hold tight 1 minute as I finish our intro, and, we'll get right to you. All right, so again, this is the first Pittsburgh's DSEN Black and Gold post-game show. We will do this every Steeler day game. Now, when I say Steeler day game, everyone, that basically means when they play during the day. Okay, no Thursday night games, no Sunday night games, no night games. We don't do that. We're not trying to be here until like 2 or 3 in the morning. So that's why we decided just to do the day games. Again, we're at Cloud 33, Penn Hills Shopping Center. Come on down. We'll be here for the next 3 hours. Let us know what you think about that game. Again, the Steelers held it down. The defense came through, turning the ball over. I always say turnovers kill. That's a good example of what went down today. So we're going to get our first caller on the line here, Mr. Lewis Walker. Go ahead now.
Hey,
Lewis.
fellas, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
Long time Steelers fan. Always good to see a win, but I'm not going to focus in on the wins. I'm going to focus in the same thing that we're going through year in and year out. I want to pay particular attention to one particular play, and it gives you a complete example of the reason why we keep going through the same turmoil year in and year out.
Okay.
It was fourth quarter, 3 minutes ago in the fourth quarter, where Warren running a run to the left-hand side going toward Jones's left-hand side, and number 66, McCormick, made one initial hit with number 95 and gave up. Number 95, actually, he gave up.
Didn't finish his block. Didn't stay on his block.
He didn't even try to. And it goes back, number 95, end up making a tackle for a 2-yard loss for the Patriots. The reason why I illustrate this particular play is one reason, one thing and one thing only. Your people on your panel should recognize what I'm talking about, being a former ball player myself. It's about effort.
Yeah.
Zero effort.
Right.
And if you look at it, Jones got beat non-stop the whole game. He think he's doing a courtesy by picking up Aaron Rodgers off the ground after he blew a block.
Yeah.
Effort. Then you got the corners. They can't guard anybody. Your last play of the game, last two plays of the game, you 35 yards back. You gave up a play that was 24 yards, almost a yard and a half away from the first down. I'm tired of everybody continuing to say the standard when they are not putting everyone in a position to be the standard. If you're asking for all this money, you're asking for all these different changes, and you can't do the basics, we're going to have a long season. I understand Cam Hayward's outgoing message asking for more money. If half of those guys play as hard as he did, we wouldn't have his problem.
Yeah.
I yield my time.
Yeah. So anyone wants to respond to that, Luther or Keith?
I mean, he pretty much hit his kind of spot on. Although I didn't think Broderick Jones was as bad as he said. He can always get better, but I get where he's going.
Listen, I understand what he's saying. The offensive line, Rodgers was not comfortable back there. He threw for under 150 yards. Most of the time, he didn't have enough time to go through all his reads. Broderick Jones has been a disappointment. I thought moving him to the left side would really help him, and it hasn't. I mean, Rodgers taking way too many hits. He's missing blocks. McCormick, I agree with him. The effort's not there, but Cam Hayward, two of the biggest plays.
Beast mode.
Before halftime, he batted a pass. Brandon Echols gets the interception. Again, a guy's going into the end zone. He punches it out. Ramon Stevenson, I call him Fumbleson. Ramondre Stevenson, I call him Fumbleson. I mean, he had 7 fumbles last year.
Yep.
He's already going to break that record. He had 2 fumbles today.
Yeah.
And they created turnovers, and that's what Mike Tomlin preaches. You know, make a big splash play. Can the offense do something? I mean, they scored 2 touchdowns the first half. Most of the game, Aaron Rodgers was under 100 yards passing.
Yeah, a lot of underneath throws.
And I can't say it's all him. He's running for his life back there. He has to get rid of it because Broderick Jones is not on his blocks. McCormick, as the caller said, has been struggling. And, you know, it has to change. I think their offense is way too predictable right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I agree with you, Lewis. They're not staying on their blocks, okay? They need to play through the whistle. And I think I might have said this before. I wouldn't even mind taking a penalty for activity after the whistle. At least I know you're playing through the whistle. However, Lewis, you have to be happy with coming out of New England, where Mike Tomlin, I think, was 1-5 up there in New England. However, there was Brady and Belichick up there. And Tomlin is now 4-0 against Favreau, their head coach. Okay.
Well, let's point out one thing here.
Yep.
And this is what like I said, I've been a Steelers fan. I was 4 years old. I'll be 60 in October, so I can run down every Steeler thing. Point me out one person besides Cam Hayward who has some form of nastiness about them. I'm not talking about talking. I'm not talking about talking. No. When did they demonstrate it during this game?
Yeah.
The previous game? Last year? When?
Hold on.
Show me when.
We do have Jalen Ramsey on this team.
I was about to say that.
Come on now. Jalen Ramsey plays with a sense of nastiness.
I get that. Jalen Ramsey, but what has he done for me lately? What has he done?
He had an enter last week.
Yeah, he had an interception.
And he had a game-changing play against the Jets. This game, he was very quiet because the quarterback avoided him.
Yeah, they
didn't go to his side because they were playing with a bunch of backup cornerbacks on the other side. So he went that way, which was smart on their offensive coordinator. So the quarterback, Drake May, for the most part, he played a solid game. He stayed away from Jalen Ramsey and went after the backup quarterbacks.
And T.J. Watt had a heck of a game as well. I think he had two sacks and a fumble recovery.
I'm with your panel on that. He's hesitating to talk about J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt did the same. T.J. Watt did the same thing he always does. Once he ducks inside, there's no one on the outside to cover for him. They get a big run. Drake May did that at least 6 times today.
Yeah, I'm not saying he didn't make mistakes out there.
Man.
Yeah, he did get help.
Got held about 4 times.
The other aspect that I've been calling into your show, Kevin, you and I are longtime friends.
Yep.
I'm tired of hearing excuses. Excuses are tools of incompetence that builds monuments of nothing.
Yeah.
Excuses every weekend.
Wow. I wonder what kind of calls we would get with a loss.
Every year.
Well, you
It's
know,
every city, every team, man.
Yeah.
But we're the Steelers.
Hey, that's right.
Find me someone that is a true Steeler outside of Cam Hayward. Find me someone.
I just told you, TJ Watt. I just told you, and you have to.
I don't see it.
And you have to see it. And you have to like. And you have to come on. His record speaks for itself,
his
as well as
speaks for his fact of him sacking the quarterback.
And let me tell you two other. Let me tell you two other things too. Key situations that were made coming into the game. Okay, Cole Holcomb.
That was a great move.
Okay, that was a great move. I asked defense coordinator Terrell Austin on Thursday. Okay, so if anyone wants to check out that interview, still out there on YouTube, I asked him on Thursday, okay, what adjustments will you make defensively, as well as will Cole Holcomb see more playing time? And they actually did that. Yeah. So I thought Cole Holcomb made a difference, and I also thought getting back Derek Harmon.
Oh,
Derek Harmon.
He got his first sack of the game.
He got his first sack of the game.
He wasn't in the game 20 minutes. He got a sack.
The first round draft pick from this year. Now, if you take, and I'm looking at the stats here as well from a rushing standpoint, keep in mind Drake May added a lot on those quarterback scrambles, but let me see how many yards they had there.
Those were not scrambles. Those were design runs.
They had 119. 119. It said 119 rushing.
And how many did Drake May have?
Those were he had over 50 yards running.
Okay, well there you go. So overall,
but the thing about it is
Drake May had 45.
45. Okay.
The point I'm trying to make is the fact that we did this against the New England Patriots.
Right.
The Browns won today. They beat the Packers. We got the Packers coming in.
Okay.
The thing about I'm just saying, and I'm gonna get off the call and let you guys talk. But my thing, I'm just letting you guys know that the fact that the standard isn't the standard, and nothing has changed within the last 5 years.
But see, let me ask you a question, okay? And you shouldn't have to think about it. Not too long. You shouldn't have to think about it. It should come right off your tongue. What is the standard? What is the standard?
The standard of the Steelers is winning and hold on, and providing an attitude that if anybody comes to face our defense or our offensive line, you're going to pay a penalty. Give me the last time that you had an offensive lineman for the Steelers blocking after the whistle blew.
Right.
Give me
I pointed that out.
Give me someone with some nastiness about him, opposed to just picking up your quarterback after he gets knocked down.
Yeah,
give me somebody with some nastiness about him.
David DeCastro type.
Yeah.
But when last time he's not a David. He was projected to be a David DeCastro type, but he's not.
Well, here's the deal. I think it's the offensive line coach,
Heatmeyer.
Yeah, I think he's the problem. I think he might be on his last year.
He'll get Mike.
They should show him the door.
Also,
Tomlin won't go anywhere until next year. They don't let coaches go with 2 years left.
When you ask Tomlin on your weekly interview with him, ask him the definition of excuses. And I'll leave it at that.
Wow.
Well, are you?
He knows.
Hey, Lewis, it's a victory. It's a victory, bro.
It's a victory. It's hard to win an NFL. I mean,
it is. A lot of people don't realize that.
I ask him what the definition of excuses are.
Did they meet the standard?
No.
Okay. See. And that's a question that I'll ask Mike Tomlin. What is the standard? Because you can ask 100 Steelers fans and you could get 50 different answers. It's simply this. And a lot of times he says it might not be pretty. The standard is simply one word: winning. Winning. And that's what the Steelers have been doing. And a lot of times it hasn't looked pretty. They still have a whole lot to clean up. The Patriots possessed the ball for way too long. Okay, way too long today. So
how different is what you're getting from Russell Wilson? What's the difference from what you're getting from Rodgers than what you got from Russell Wilson last year?
You get a whole lot.
What's the difference?
You get a whole lot.
A better passer across the damn middle. I know.
A whole lot.
Right.
A whole lot. I think the whole panel right here.
Because the playbook is the same. The short passes are the same. There's no downfield.
Number one. Let me tell you something. Number one, he could see over the damn line of scrimmage.
Right.
Okay. Russell Wilson used to be able to get away with throwing over the middle because he was able to move his feet and get to another spot to throw over the middle. Aaron Rodgers doesn't need to do that. Did you see that pinpoint pass he threw to Metcalf?
And also Calvin Austin.
And Calvin Austin as well.
And that laser to John Smith.
I saw both of them.
And Aaron Rodgers, let me see how many sacks. Was it one sack, fellas?
It was more than that.
Today?
Plus he had an interception.
Yeah, that was
I think I counted one sack.
Yeah.
Might have been two.
That was a bad interception. Okay, but the bottom line is, if Aaron Rodgers been sacked 9 times this year, I guarantee you Russell Wilson would have been sacked 13 times.
Look, I'm looking at the box score. It says 0 sacks for the Steelers. He was getting rid of the ball. I'm looking at the box scores. He got
sacked. Oh, that one sack got overturned by penalty.
Right. So it was 0 sacks.
Yeah. So
and the Steelers had 5 sacks against Drake May.
So you asked the difference between the two quarterbacks. I think we gave you the difference, but thank you very much for the call.
And I think Aaron Rodgers still has a little more left.
Take care.
Thank you.
All right.
One thing I want to add now, if you look in the stats, after that game Russell Wilson had last week, he was leading. He was the top 2 passer so far.
Yeah,
this season.
Over 400.
Threw almost 400 yards last game. So he has something left. I think what we're missing is the offensive line is not giving these quarterbacks enough time to go to the playbook.
Right.
And Arthur Smith, his offense is very basic.
It is.
I mean, not much do we see him scheming and guys are wide open.
I actually like the play calling. Me and Keith talked about that earlier. I thought he did a real good.
Okay, early in the game, they had a nice momentum. They were running with pace. They did a little no huddle or a shell huddle. After that, once the Patriots figured them out, they hadn't scored. Aaron Rodgers didn't throw for 150 yards this game.
Well, because what happened, Luther, the first down plays, which I asked Aaron Rodgers about last week, the first down plays were no gains, negative yards, penalties, and you just can't do this right now with this particular offense. Right. You have to have positive yards on first downs. And that's what killed the Steelers offensively today. Now, offensively, fellas, they started off hot. And Luther, I think you said that. Okay. They started off the first 2 drives touchdowns.
Yeah, and it came well.
Took a 14
after the Stevenson fumble
to nothing lead. Okay. But let me give everyone the call-in information. We already received our first caller of the night. And again, we will be here until 7:00. And the call-in number is on your screen if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on our radio stream, all you have to do is go to the website. Go to the website and you'll see the call-in number there as well. So the call-in number, I'm going to give it anyway. It's 412-213-8995. We also have a text number that you can call, 412-218-3888. And Ken Craig, I'm not sure if you are listening. If you are listening, you could text me as well. If you could please monitor the chat on the website, not on the website, but the chat on the YouTube, and respond as needed, I'll greatly appreciate it because we don't have the chat up right now. But if you're watching on YouTube, we'll have someone respond to you and text over the information, anything that we need to respond to as well. So when I take a look at our agenda today, what we do, everyone, we have 30-minute segments that we talk about what went on during the game. And we pretty much just provided a game summary. Okay, the Steelers won 21-14, 5 turnovers killed. And that's the main reason. Not only did they have 5 turnovers, fellas, I think 2 of the turnovers were red zone
Yeah.
turnovers,
Yeah.
which were key. Okay. Even though I still think, as we talked about, the defense has a long way to go, they made the plays when they had to. Even that last 4th down play, right?
Yeah.
Okay, at the end of the game, I think the
Great.
Patriots were 4 out of 4 or 5 out of 5 going into that 4th down play. On 4th down, they were 4 for 4 or 5 for 5.
Yeah, May was hot.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 in 4th downs.
Okay, so they were 4 and 4, and
last one.
before the last one, and on the 5th one, they were successful.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what I look at too, fellas. What do you do in critical times? And Mike Tomlin has his team, regardless of what you think about him, in critical times, he has his guys make plays. So they're in position to make plays. Okay. So again, everyone, if you would like to call in, the phone lines are open, as well as I want to remind everyone you could come down to Cloud 33 in Penn Hills, Pittsburgh, PA, Penn Hills Shopping Center if you would like to. Excellent place to come down and smoke a cigar, grab a drink, good fellowship, nice, enjoyable atmosphere. So, Keith, I'm going to throw it over to you real quick. Your thoughts overall with the game?
I thought the Steelers played hard today. I thought they brought the pain, man, but it's still a lot, still a lot of wrinkles that need earned, man. You know, a lot of missed tackles. You know what I mean? Not too many penalties. You know, I think we need to stretch the field a little bit more, but when you only got 2.2 seconds left, you got to hurry up and scheme it and get rid of the ball. You don't want your 40-year-old quarterback to be taking no hits, man. So that's how I looked at it. I thought the D played good though. And how about Jabril Peppers, man? I don't know I don't know if y'all was paying attention, but Jabril Peppers was playing, man. That boy was balling out there, man. And that just shows you, man. He ain't been here 2 months and he's already playing. Yeah, he's already making an impact, man. And he was out there on some key downs, man. So that bodes well for his future and our future, man, at the safety position.
Definitely. And tell everybody, Keith, how they can catch you as well.
You can catch me. You can YouTube Platt Jr. You can check me out also on TikTok, Platt Jr. And you can catch me out on Instagram and Facebook.
There you go. Check them out. All right, Luther, your overall assessment of the game, and then you could let everyone know how they could catch you outside of Pittsburgh's DSEN as well.
Okay, Steelers, they got the victory. They haven't won in New England in years. First time Pat Freiermuth is from there, and he finally gets a victory in the New England area. So that's good for him. Offensively, they started off the game hot. I thought they could put up at least 20, 25 points, maybe 30, and then it just got shut down. Once again, Jaylen Warren, 18 rushes, only had 47 yards. They have to find a way to get some more from the running game because right now the defense, they're not worried about any of the running backs. Pittsburgh still is rushing at all. Defensively, they got the splash plays. I did like that. I didn't like the fact that New England had long drives, 17 plays. The key play, I think, when they drove from the 6 all the way down to the 5-yard line, and Hayward put that hand up, and Brandon Echols got that interception, was huge. That changed. I think if they score there, the Steelers lose this game.
Yeah.
I mean, because that was a momentum changer, and you get 5 turnovers, you have to put up more than 21 points. I mean, that should be a blowout. I mean, they could. New England couldn't hold on to the ball. Drake May was not comfortable. He did throw for 268 yards, but he had some critical errors, a fumble, an interception. The defense, again, as we saw last year, they get worn down because they're on the field constantly.
Right.
I mean, and then when you have a lot of injuries, a lot of backups playing, we saw it. So Arthur Smith has to get his offense running, make more adjustments. Again, Pat Freiermuth, 1 reception. DK Metcalf, only 3.
Right.
And Roman Wilson is nowhere to be found.
Exactly.
Calvin Austin did have the big play at the end of the game, but he only had 3 catches as well. So there's a lot of things we have to clean up if you're the Steelers. But it's good to clean up in a victory. New England's not a team I don't think is going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to be like a 7 or 8 win team.
I agree.
But you get the victory, and after coming off of last week's disappointment, that's what you want to see. So there's some things to build upon. Hopefully they can get a couple more guys healthy. Brandon Eccles made some huge plays today.
Yes,
The interception, the game stop on 4th down to end the game was huge.
clutch tackle.
Clutch time. Right. I was impressed. And as you mentioned earlier, putting Cole Holcomb in the starting lineup was huge because I thought Peyton Wilson was going to take the step to become that linebacker, and he's not there yet. I'm not sure if he's even a middle linebacker at this level just because of the size. I said when he came out, could we look at him as an outside linebacker just because of his speed and his athleticism? And I'm not sure body type he's big enough to withhold that that middle linebacker position. Let's see. The jury's still out. I was wrong. I thought he'd take that jump, and he didn't. But a lot of things to build upon. Oh, and as far as please check out Steel City Sports World. We come on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock on YouTube, Facebook, scsportsworld.com, and we cover all kind of high school football. We're working on a documentary now on Amani Christian Academy.
Oh, wow.
They have 4 D1 players that 3 of them are going to be at Penn State in the next couple years. David Davis, Gabe Jenkins, and Tyvon Sewell. I mean, some amazing athletes.
Shout out to Coach Biggs, too, man.
Okay.
Coach Biggs from the Hill District, man. He's
doing a lot.
Yeah, he's part of the Amani Christian coaching staff.
Right.
Shout out to you, Coach Biggs.
And if you talk about him, you got to talk about franchise Leroy Johnson. He's really built that program
I remember him as a player. Yeah,
yes.
He's a great football man. Great
football man. His offense always puts up a lot of points. And I like what he's done in 3A.
Yes.
But definitely check out the website, man. But I'm excited they got this victory, man. Exciting game. Every game it seems like it's going to be like this.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Because both sides of the ball, a lot of new players, a lot of moving pieces.
Right.
But I really thought the offensive line would gel a little better by now.
Me too.
There's still way too many breakdowns.
Yes.
And now, one thing I do agree with, you don't see a lot of guys finishing blocks. You see guys missing a block and just looking.
Right.
Sometimes you would like them to get a little more physical.
Yeah, where's
the
the nastiness at? Yeah.
Right.
You should have a DN trying to smack you upside your head at the end of the play, man.
Exactly.
That means you're going hard, super hard.
Warren averaged 2.6 yards a carry. That's not going to get it done.
No, it's not.
There's no holes. A lot of those 47, it was him just squeezing through, keeping his legs
using
going.
his shaking, using his elusiveness. But I tell y'all what though, before we move on,
hold your point 1 minute because we are coming up on our first break, and let me make sure that this is queued up as well. Go ahead, we'll get the break after your take there.
I wanted to know you guys' take of Derek Harmon because I thought when he came in, he made a big impact, and I noticed like he wasn't getting pushed around like Loudermilk. No disrespect, but you just saw the difference when he was out there, man. With Derek Harmon. I thought Derek Harmon played a good game, man, for somebody that was his first time playing in stadium, man, like Tomlin liked to say.
All right. So what we need to do, fellas, time flies when you are having fun. So like I said, we do 30-minute segments here, and we just completed our first segment. So when we come back, everyone, we need to continue to talk about the Steelers' 21-14 victory. Again, we are at Cloud 33 Cigar Lounge in Penn Hills Shopping Center, Pittsburgh, PA. So the people here as well, if you have any comments, everyone, if you have any questions, please come up. We have a microphone for you. You could give your comments. You could ask your question. Come on up. Don't be bashful. So we'll see how many walk-ups we have as well. So what we'll do, we'll take a quick break. And when we come back, we will talk about the defense. Okay. The Steelers still continue to have an issue with the tight ends. Yeah. Hunter Henry tore the Steelers up. Also, what kind of impact? We talked about it a little bit already. Derek Harmon, Cole Holcomb were inserted into the lineup. First time for Derek Harmon, first time Cole Holcomb started this year, okay? And also we need to talk about Mr. Aaron Rodgers, and we move things around as we need to. So If we get long-winded or get some calls in, we'll move some things back. We have a lot of time here. We are here until 7 p.m. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with you.
Pittsburgh, it's an old school party. Yes, each Saturday we throw it back with some of the best old school music, funk, R&B, old school, rap, hip hop, and all the jams that make you move and dance. Yes, check it out. Each Saturday, right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. All the old school jams, 6 to 11 p.m.
Pittsburgh, have you seen our Sunday radio schedule? Ooh, it is lit. Start the day off with our Sunday gospel music from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will inspire you and have you praising the Lord. Then from 3 to 8 p.m., we bring you Sunday jazz melody for all the jazz lovers. Then cap off the night with the Quiet Storm from 8 to 11 p.m. to hear the best smooth, romantic, and soulful R&B sounds of yesterday and today. All that each Sunday on Pittsburgh's DSEN, the place for soul.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Business owners thinking about back-to-school promotions and replacing summer flavors with pumpkin? What about your taxes? Reduce your stress and tax liabilities by planning for tax time now with Cameron Professional Services Group. CPSG takes your goals, values, and visions to create a custom tax plan catered specifically to your business. We work closely with you to ensure that as your business grows and goals shift, so will your custom plan. Located in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, PA, CPSG is a CPA and consultant firm, providing services in accounting, auditing, tax planning and preparation, community development, and operational management. Call Cameron Professional Services Group today at 412-251-0607.
Have you had the Beat by Niche experience? Beat by Niche is one of the top makeup artists in the city of Pittsburgh. She's touched the face of Cardi B, love and hip-hop personalities, and various Steeler wives. If you have not sat in her chair, what are you waiting for? Visit beatbyniche.com to schedule your special makeover for all occasions, weddings, graduations, proms, photo ops, and more. Visit beatbyniche.com and experience the touch of excellence.
You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah. You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah. You know what it is. Everything I do it big. Yeah. Screaming that's not when I pulled off the lot. That's not repping my town. When you see me, you know everything.
All right. We are back again. First edition of the Pittsburgh's DSEN post-game show. And we are so happy to kick it off with the Pittsburgh Steelers victory, 21-14 over the New England Patriots. And again, I started to receive some texts. And I'm going to I will make sure I get to all the texts. You could also call in. The call-in number should be on your screen, but I'm going to give it again, 412-218-3888. I'm sorry, that's the text number. The call-in number is 412-213-8995. Again, call-in number 412-213-8995. I'm Kevin Cameron. To my right is Mr. Keith Platt Jr. And to my left is Mr. Luther Dupree Jr. And we are talking about this victory. And as we look at the screen as well, Keith is actually reversed. I'm going to have to switch that around when you take a look at how we appear on screen, but it's all good. We'll go ahead and flow with it. Everyone, set your schedule also for Tuesday Soul Take. We come to you from 6 to 8 p.m. live broadcast every Tuesday, 6 to 8 p.m. And we talk Pittsburgh sports, Steelers, Pirates, Penguins, Pitt football, Pitt basketball, Penn State, West Virginia. We talk about it all, high school sports as well. So we try to get as much in as possible. And we need to talk about this victory on Tuesday as well. So join myself, Ken Craig, as well as JT, James Taylor. All right, so fellas, let's hop right into it. Hunter Henry torched the Steelers defense, and that isn't anything new from a tight end standpoint. Okay, how many catches and yards did he have?
8 catches, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Two touchdowns. The Chargers were supposed to keep him. They should have never let him leave.
Really could have had 100 because he dropped the pass, which is another 15. Right. Great play by Darius Slay to knock it out of his hands.
That was good defense. That was good defense.
Again, this is a pattern with Terrell Austin and Mike Tomlin's defense. The middle of the field is wide open. It's something in their scheme. Every tight end, if you play fantasy football, play them against the Steelers because they have not made that adjustment for years. The tight end is always open. The middle of the field is always open. And I thought they were really going to change some things. I know they have some injuries, so maybe they're not able to do certain things without a Joey Porter Jr. Being in there. But
that was one of the reasons they went out and got Peyton Wilson.
Right.
To be able to cover better.
Exactly.
Okay.
That 4.3 speed that he got.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's not changing anything.
It's not
as of right now.
And the thing is about Peyton Wilson, when he's in there, the run game is so bad.
Yeah, he can't shed them blocks.
and he's not able to cover the tight ends. A lot of times Patrick Queen was struggling. We saw a couple of times Cole Holcomb was struggling, trying to cover Hunter Henry across the middle. And it's just something. They have to change that scheme.
Yeah, definitely.
It's one thing if the tight ends have, but they're wide open. Nobody's around them.
Wide open.
Right.
I don't understand the scheme, and it happens game after game.
I mean, I know the one play where it was wide open, I believe, for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick Queen actually got picked on the play.
Oh, yeah. Remember we was talking about that.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
But you have to still be able to shed the pick.
Get around that.
You have to know it's coming.
Yeah.
There's a pick play. Every team run pick plays in the NFL. So you either fight through it or you hand it off. You hand it off to the guy, whichever direction he's going in.
Right.
Okay. And they should be practicing that stuff, right? They should be practicing it. There's no reason to continue to have the tight ends eat up this defense, Luther, like you said.
And Patrick Queen, it looks like he's lost a step. I mean, we've seen it a couple games. Yeah. Last week, he had a chance to make a big sack, and he let Sam Darnold run around the corner.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He's been in position to make some big plays, but he's losing balance, or he's just a step too slow.
I'll challenge you that.
I'm wondering now.
Yeah, I'll challenge you on that.
Still kind of young, Luther.
Well,
you can lose some steps.
Bad positioning.
Well, he's always at a bad position. He's always just a second too late.
Yeah.
I mean, last week there was he didn't get touched. That should have been a sack. It ends up being a 19-yard completion.
You think he's still learning the defense?
No, he can't be.
No,
this is a second
year 2.
Okay. And he has the green dot as well.
Right, and he takes a lot of bad angles.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a veteran guy. He did have 6 tackles.
Yeah.
But I think
and how many for loss? Because I know he had 1 or 2.
I'm not looking at that. I just see 6 tackles. He did have a few. I just think, there's some plays he's leaving on the table.
I agree.
For sure. Because he's set up to set up to make the big plays.
Right. Yeah. So here's the deal. He had 10 total tackles.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 solo.
That's not
4 assists.
And 1 for loss.
I ain't bad.
Okay. And he led the team in sacks last year as well. So I wouldn't say he lost a step.
Well,
I wouldn't say he lost a step.
His impact should be bigger. He's designed to be the main guy,
Right.
and he's not making the big plays.
Yeah, he's supposed to be destroying out there.
Oh, and he made a big play as well. I'm not sure. Did he have a strip fumble?
That wasn't him. That wasn't him. He was involved in the tackle.
Okay. But again, overall, they need to, I don't care who it is,
Right.
they need to cover the tight ends better.
Right.
Okay.
And we know Cole Holcomb, that's not his specialty. He's not a cover
he's
guy.
more of
He's
a
run
downfield.
stopper.
Yeah, he's a downhill thumper,
And he's just
run
coming back from
linebacker.
injury.
No, wasn't he considered an all-around linebacker, though?
No, he's more of a run stuffer.
More
You
of a run
notice he's
stuffer,
not
but-
even in the game on third downs.
Right.
Well,
right.
I thought before he got hurt he was, though.
No, he's one in first and second down. More like Landon Roberts.
Right.
How he was for us.
Yeah,
Remember?
but
they take him out on passing downs.
I still thought he was covering receivers. I thought he was an everyday linebacker before he got hurt. Now, I'm not sure. I know he was in coverage today as well. All right, so our first text of the day is from Norman.
Okay.
And this text here says, beat big defensive plays. What's the difference?
True.
Which we pointed out. The splash plays, the fumbles. Very predictable on offense.
That's what Luther was saying.
In the second half. Offensive line needs to execute.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive line needs to penetrate more, take pressure off secondary, which the Steelers had how many sacks today?
5
sacks today. So that's a big improvement. Overall, he gives the Steelers a C. And he also says that Roger needs to start hitting those big tight ends 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. Whatever. 4, 5, and 6. I'm not sure. 4, 5, and 6 yards.
Yeah.
And let them go to work. Okay. So he also said he was going to come by. So yeah, everyone, if he has something else going on, which we definitely understand.
Right.
But we appreciate, Norman, you tuning in. And yeah, we are here until 7 p.m. Again, Cloud 33 in the Penn Hills Shopping Center, Penn Hills, PA. Come by, get a smoke, get a drink, talk to us. Let us know your comments on the game. You know what, fellas? There's not many games where there's a Steelers victory and we act like it's a loss, right?
That's nation for you. We spoiled.
Serious. So
it's just spoiled. They spoiled, man. They spoiled.
I understand that there's a whole lot to clean up.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
A whole lot to
Definitely.
clean up.
2-1, man.
Yeah, but I am happy with this victory.
Right.
Luther, you mentioned it's hard to win in the NFL.
Exactly. Good.
And I bring this up all the time. It is hard to win in the NFL. And that's why when people start to poo-poo Mike Tomlin's never having a losing season, I'm saying, come on, guys, you all are crazy. Do you know how hard it is to do that?
It's just something for them to hate on. That's all. They that's what they do, man. Tomlin's excellent, man.
And you were going to say something else, Luther?
Yeah. Again, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm in a group with a lot of Steeler fans, and any close victory, they're always naysayers. Yeah, but they should have lost.
Yeah,
they didn't lose.
Did. And if the 6 was the 7, I would be a millionaire,
exactly.
Man. We won the game. You played to win the game, like Clyde Edwards said. You played to win the game, man.
And
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
The thing is, to go 18, 19 seasons without having a hiccup with injuries and everything else is amazing. Yes, you would have liked to see them win more Super Bowls.
Right.
You would have liked to see them reach there, but that is hard to do. Not everybody is going to be a Belichick. and win
Exactly.
6.
There you go.
Right.
You know,
There you go.
and
Try
he
being
had-
a Cleveland
and he had
fan and being on a radio show.
Exactly. They would love to have 18 winning seasons to have a
Panthers.
chance. Right. So we gotta put things in context
Exactly.
Exactly.
here.
And what we'll do, and we're getting another call in here
Okay.
as well. Let's take that. Ken, good timing. What's going on?
What is going on, Kev? And when was the last time the Steelers won where it was pretty?
Yeah, man.
We live in ugly. We live
you
in
know
ugly.
what? Since you asked the question, probably last year in Cincinnati.
Oh,
That was it.
that was
Yeah.
it.
You talking about Wilson threw for all those yards?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
the
just
last-
off the top of my head.
Yeah, the last time Russell Wilson was able to call an audible that game.
And everyone, this is Mr. Ken Craig, and you'll be with us for the post game show next week, right?
Yeah, that's
All
yeah,
right.
I'll
What's
be
up,
there.
Ken?
Hey, Ken.
What's going on, guys? You guys are doing awesome.
Excellent.
I joined Kevin on our Tuesday show. But yeah, just wanted to call in and Kevin, I heard you say, this is how often do we get a Steelers win and we react like it's a loss. But I think as Steeler fans, we do that way more than we should.
Yeah.
And it's never pretty. Even when we had Ben, it was
Right.
It's a Steeler thing. It was never pretty. We
always
never
something to say
blow
after
out
every
teams.
game.
Yep, absolutely. Now, I wanted to get your guys' perspective on the offensive line today. You mentioned we gave up 0 sacks. I know we didn't have we lost the time of possession. We lost the total plays. I know they had 71 total plays to our 49. But from the first game to now week 3, I feel like our offensive line has stepped up. What do you guys think?
Out over to you, Luther.
I think they played better. They were average. They were poor, the first game. I think they've played better. They're starting to show a little improvement. So that's positive, but it's still not good enough when you're averaging less than 3 yards a rush. There were very little holes. So I'm still not impressed. They're average. They have a lot of improvement. And I think Aaron Rodgers didn't have enough time to go through all his reads. For one, it was one read, and then it wasn't there. He didn't have enough time to me. So I'm not impressed with their offensive line at all still.
I definitely agree on the rush game or the run game. I'm sorry. The pass game, I felt like at least he was protected. I don't like seeing them picking up Rodgers off the ground.
Oh.
I felt like he was getting hit way too much. Week 1, week 2. And, it was good to see not as much. But, the game plan was quite a bit different. I felt like Rodgers was dumping it off a lot more, things like that. And that could be due to the protection the past few weeks. So, another thing I heard you guys talking about Patrick Queen in the middle and the middle linebackers right before I called in. I was not really impressed with PQ this week. I felt like he got manipulated a lot in the middle. I know historically we have not been very good at protecting or covering tight ends, especially in the middle of the field. But I feel like this week I felt like PQ was not very good. He had a lot of activity, but I felt like he got burned a lot too.
Exactly.
And I also felt like, especially in this third quarter, I felt like the body language amongst the defensive players after each play, they were down on themselves. They were yelling at each other. Like there was a lot of negative body language amongst the team. And I don't know, there definitely needs someone that needs to step up, get that communication together, keep them like all in the game. That's just an observation.
Right. And the thing is, they converted so many long third downs.
Yes, they
3rd and 10.
They did
12.
Yeah.
And okay, you're going to make some of those. You're going to convert some of those third, but it was so easy. Right. Guys are completely open. Blown coverages here, blown coverages there. The communication has been an issue for a while now. Terrell Austin hasn't fixed it. And I agree with you. I was not impressed with Patrick Queen. I thought he left a lot of things on the table So yeah, the defense, I don't know why week after week, the communication issue. At some point, the communication should be an issue. It should just be, it should be a lot smoother. And that's an adjustment issue. Guys wide open, play after play, guys are out of position. It has to change. It has to change.
Yeah,
And Terrell Austin has not fixed it in years. I wasn't impressed with him. I still feel like Brian Flores should have been kept when we had a chance to keep him.
Preach.
So maybe I'm just still stuck on that idea.
The Steelers are stuck in their ways, man. When they commit to someone and promise someone something,
they stick to it.
They stick to it, and that's what that's all about.
They hire from within. They don't ever go outside to get
not
nobody.
too much. Even
tight-knit group.
A lot of it, and I tell people, a lot of it has to do with finances. And you know, people could see Jerry Jones, right, because he's out in the public.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
People don't point the finger at Art Rooney because he's not in the public a lot, but he controls that budget.
Right.
And when it's time to go out and get coaches, you have to operate within that budget. So
the fewest amount of coaches in the league. We got the shortest, the smallest coaching staff, which I think is insane.
Okay, and I hear a dog in the background too, Ken.
That's like way down the street. Yeah.
Okay. A dog is excited about today's victory, which is excellent. All right.
No, you guys are doing awesome. I'll keep listening, and but just wanted to call in, support you guys. Thanks for putting together the first show. You guys are killing it. So great work.
Excellent. Appreciate it, Ken.
Absolutely.
All right.
Have a good
Talk
show,
to you
guys.
later. Okay.
Bye.
All right. Also, fellas, I know that Mike Tomlin's press conference was held as well, and I'm going to try to cue that up for segment 3. So at the top of the hour, the 5 o'clock hour, we'll bring you either through audio or video.
Okay.
Or both. We'll see what we could cue up, as well as I see some other player interviews going on. So we need to let the people know about those interviews. We also need to go around the NFL as we see different games on here at Cloud 33 as well. We need to get the owner, Eugene Wilson, over here as well to give us his perspective on the game. So what else do we have? We talked about Cole Holcomb a little bit already with the difference that we felt he made by being a part of the starting lineup today. Also, we briefly talked about Derek Harmon. I'll throw it over to you, Keith, the big guy, number 99. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought Harmon played good, man. For him to be playing for the first time in stadium, as Tomlin likes to say. I thought he didn't get pushed around like Loudermilk did, and I thought he held his own. I thought he was pretty good at the point of attack, and the guys look strong, man, and it bodes well for the future on our defensive line, man. I think Derek Harmon is going to be a stud for years to come. You know what I mean? And also, guys, we got to touch on next week too, man. You got the game in London, or where's that? Ireland against
it's
the
an
Vikings.
Early game, 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, we got to get our early thoughts on that game.
And Gene, let me holler at Gene, the owner, as well. We're going to try to get you on the second segment after the break. And I want to hear from some of the people here in Cloud 33 as well. Their comments or questions, whatever they might have. The people need to see y'all, man. People need to see you. They're up in the house. They watch the game. And, we were cheering and doing our thing as well. So, yeah, for the people watching or listening on the radio stream, the number should be on your screen. I understand we don't have the YouTube chat going. I dropped the ball on that. I guess I didn't turn it on. So, that one is on me. However, you can still text. So when you want to make comments, you can text. The text number should be there for you. So please use the text instead of the chat because I understand it is not on. So right now, fellas, I have 456. I'm not sure, Luther, if you provided your comments on Derek Harmon. I'll throw it over to you.
Listen, I was impressed. 2 tackles, 1 sack, and he almost had got a finger on Drake May, but he got around.
Yeah.
So I was very impressed just coming off that MCL strain, first game back. He showed a lot of promise. I'm very excited the way that first round pick is looking. Still a little waiting for Y.A. Black to really catch on. He's still struggling, but Derek Harmon was a monster. He's going to be a force. I was excited to see it. I was going back and forth with Smokin Jim about he was saying he was a bust already. I said no. Call him a bust.
I can't wait to talk to him.
No, it's something. Smokin Jim is part of our panel as well. So I think he's scheduled for next week to be part of the post-game show as well. But we had him on pre-draft. And for our pre-draft show. And I told everybody I didn't want a quarterback, number one. The guy that I wanted was Derek Harmon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I said that beforehand.
You're the first one I heard say that, man.
And then, and then Smokin Jim said no, he can't remember the last time he tackled somebody.
He ripped him up pretty bad.
If you led the nation in TFLs, then it's got to be some type of skill there, man.
But yeah, he's working his way back, and like you said, he wasn't getting pushed around.
No,
that's one thing I liked about the defensive line today. They weren't getting thrown around. Benton wasn't spinning most of the game on his back.
Everybody was strong at the point of attack today.
Yeah, and let me say this: it's really hard. We're watching a live game to really break down the tape. And normally, after the game, I'll break down the tape so I could get ready for Tuesday and Soul Take. Again, everyone, Soul Take Tuesday. Put it on your schedule, 6 to 8. And by that time, I could have a better assessment. Now, one thing I'm going to look out for, fellas, because I heard it more than one time. I think Lewis Walker, who called in, talked about he wasn't impressed with PQ, Patrick Queen. Luther, you said it. Ken said it. So I'm going to go to that tape and see exactly what happened there. And I'm real cool with Pat as well. So when I'm in the locker room on Thursday, I'll talk to him one-on-one and get the direct scoop as well. But I'm happy that the Steelers came away with the victory 21-14 over the New England Patriots. And yeah, it was up there in Foxborough where Mike Tomlin was 1-5. But keep in mind, in general, we normally didn't beat the Patriots over the last, 20 years?
Yeah.
For the most part.
Especially up there.
I mean, we were supposed to win that game. Who scored on that one touchdown here in Pittsburgh?
From around here.
The
tight end.
The tight end.
Jesse James.
When the ball
I
wanted to say Jesse James.
That bull crap.
Yeah, so, hey.
And the Steelers would have had possibly the home field advantage.
That was insane.
Yeah,
that was insane.
Yeah. So what we'll do is 5:00. We're closing down the second segment. We are here until 7 p.m. Cloud 33, Penn Hills Shopping Center. You still have time to come by. You cigar smokers, or if you just want a good drink or a good company, stop down. Check us out live. If you can't make it, call in, text in. Hey, we have all kind of ways that you could get to us. We're not going anywhere, more especially after a Pittsburgh Steelers victory.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and take this break, and we'll be right back with everyone directly after the break.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcasts, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Business owners thinking about back-to-school promotions and replacing summer flavors with pumpkin? What about your taxes? Reduce your stress and tax liabilities by planning for tax time now with Cameron Professional Services Group. CPSG takes your goals, values, and visions to create a custom tax plan catered specifically to your business. We work closely with you to ensure that as your business grows and goals shift, so will your custom plan. Located in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, PA, CPSG is a CPA and consultant firm, providing services in accounting, auditing, tax planning and preparation, community development, and operational management. Call Cameron Professional Services Group today at 412-251-0607.
Have you had the Beat by Niche experience? Beat by Niche is one of the top makeup artists in the city of Pittsburgh. She's touched the face of Cardi B, love and hip-hop personalities, and various Steeler wives. If you have not sat in her chair, what are you waiting for? Visit beatbyniche.com to schedule your special makeover for all occasions, weddings, graduations, proms, photo ops, and more. Visit beatbyniche.com and experience the touch of excellence.
Pittsburgh, it's an old school party. Yes, each Saturday we throw it back with some of the best old school music, funk, R&B, old school, rap, hip hop, and all the jams that make you move and dance. Yes, check it out. Each Saturday right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. All the old school jams, 6 to 11 p.m.
Pittsburgh, have you seen our Sunday radio schedule? Ooh, it is lit. Start the day off with our Sunday gospel music from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will inspire you and have you praising the Lord. Then from 3 to 8 p.m., we bring you Sunday jazz melody for all the jazz lovers. Then cap off the night with the Quiet Storm from 8 to 11 p.m. to hear the best smooth, romantic, and soulful R&B sounds of yesterday and today. All that each Sunday on Pittsburgh's DSEN, the place for soul.
Baby, do what I should, baby. Point, baby, do what I could, baby. Point, baby, do what I should, baby. Point, baby, do what I could, baby. Point, baby, do what I should, baby. Point, baby, do what I could, baby. Point, baby, do what I should.
Yeah, we are back in the house. Cloud 33 here in Penn Hills. Penn Hills Shopping Center, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for our Black and Gold pregame show. And we like to do it after a victory. Thank the Lord that they won. Thank the Lord. Yes, indeed. 21-14. Hey, fellas. By the way, I'm Kevin Cameron. To my right, I have the screen fixed now. Okay, Keith Platt Jr. To my left, Luther Dupree Jr. And then the owner of Cloud 33, Mr. Gene Wilson. Are you a junior too?
No, actually, I'm a senior.
You're a senior. There you go. There you go. So we are having fun after a Pittsburgh Steelers victory, and we want to talk about it all. Now, there's a number that's on your screen that you can use to call in. And let me see if I could kill this music. There we go. All right. So the call-in number should be on your screen, but not sure what you're doing out there. If you can't get to it, I'm going to give it to you anyway. 412-213-8995, or you can text 412-218-3888. We are talking about the Steelers victory again, 21-14. First of all, I'm going to throw it over Eugene Wilson, he's smoking a stogie. What kind of stogie you got there, brother?
Yeah, this one's a Gurkha, so it's on the mild medium side.
Okay,
just something. I just wanted something long, something that's gonna last me for the show.
okay. Hey. Now, look. We're doing a post game show here. Okay, now one thing you got to get right, bruh. One thing, next week.
Yes, sir.
When I ask you that question, your answer is it's a victory cigar.
Oh, it's definitely a victory cigar. Like you,
man.
I'm thanking the Lord for that one.
Yeah, for sure. Light it up. Victory cigar. Now, tell everybody about Cloud 33.
Yeah. So we're located in the Penn Hills Shopping Center, right off the Parkway, 2-3 minutes right off the Parkway here, going east. We've been here for 2 years, going on to our 3rd year, and we're just all about great vibes. It's laid back, mature, sophisticated. We embrace people, allowing them to let their hair down, and people say their points of views and things of that nature. So we just implore anybody who wants a nice, cozy location to smoke their sticks, like you mentioned, maybe some libations, that come enjoy different events. We do poetry nights every first Wednesday.
Okay, I'm a poet. Can I come?
Yeah, you come.
I'm a poet.
Open mic.
Ask my wife.
Hey,
she'll tell you.
Hey, you know what? I think you mentioned something like that, so I'm gonna hold you to it. So we need you to come and get something out your archives or something.
All right.
Yeah, so just utilizing the space. We do different events. We rent out the space as well for different, birthday parties, whatever the case may be, anniversaries, so on and so forth.
Yeah, man, you got lockers in here.
Mm-hmm.
So people could store things and come and it's here.
Yeah, man, we have members, people who are committed to Cloud 33 and what we represent, and so we just we appreciate them. So they definitely have lockers.
That's what's up. And we got a hot new radio ad that we just put out there about Cloud 33. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
No problem. No problem. You know you're my boy. Come on now. Come on. All right. So something else I wanted to mention as well about Cloud 30. You were actually at the Jazz Festival.
Yes.
The last 2 days as well, right?
That's correct. So we started Thursday intermission at the August Wilson Center. Then Friday and Saturday we did the Pittsburgh International Jazz Festival, and it was great down there. All the different artists that came through. Eric Benet was there last night.
Yeah.
Excellent concert. It was great.
Excellent concert.
Definitely.
All right. And to be a member here, what do you have to do?
Basically, we have a membership fee for the year. It's not hard. You can contact me either on our website or phone number, and we can talk about all the necessary details. It's not very, very difficult. We just ask people just to respect the house, so to speak, and respect the members of the house.
Yeah, man. Sometimes I hop on Facebook and I see what's going on with Cloud 33. I see some line dancing. I see some artwork going on.
Yes, sir.
All kind of things.
Yeah.
So everyone, you need to get turned on to Cloud 33, Penn Hills Shopping Center.
Yes, sir. We're here.
Okay.
We're here for them.
Now we watched the game together.
Loved it.
Watched the game. Talking about what was going on, talking about wide receivers running wide open in the middle of the field, Hunter Henry.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Balled out.
Yes.
And but the Steelers did enough to pull out the victory, and that's what it's all about. Right?
I agree.
So other comments, add your color to the recap of the game.
The defense, I saw a step up as far as the defense is concerned. Just a small step up, especially when they came out. They set the tone early on. It was nice to see a score on the first drive. But the defense, I think, set the tone early on. Kind of got away from us, but the term I would use is resilient. I think they were resilient. Again, they come through with another big play on that fourth and 2. So
it's primetime football.
I'm happy about
Pittsburgh
that.
Steelers
One
taking
thing,
on
the offensive play calling this game was a little suspect. This game, you could tell, but the effort.
To service now.
I'm sure Mike Tomlin will talk about the effort, and he's pleased with the effort that the guys gave. The offensive line, I think they gave a lot more effort than the previous 2 games. So just happy to get the win. I will tell you this though, If they didn't win, it was going to be a nightmare for the week for people going into
Yeah,
work.
man.
You know how that is. We're so
Yeah.
attached to the Steelers.
And Mondays be crazy
Exactly.
after a
Right,
loss.
Exactly.
Man, it seemed like the week take 9, 10 days to end.
Right. The week takes 9
and it makes a better show too.
It does.
And, you know,
no question about it.
I mean, they're beating our ears already, right?
Right.
Even with the victory, they're beating our ears.
They're going to do it a lot.
I know, right? I know. And check this out, everybody. Let's get away. One of the reasons we decided to have this show, okay? Get away from that cookie cutter post game show, okay? That is going on here in the Pittsburgh market. I understand there's something for everybody. So if you like it, continue to watch it and listen to it. But if you want something new with our opinion, okay, this is the place to be. So let everyone know about Pittsburgh's DSEN Black and Gold post-game show. Okay? Now, we have a number of individuals here that would like to say a few words and do your thing, bro. Do your thing behind us. Get that cigar, light it up, all that good stuff. All that good stuff.
The business must still go on.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So, Gene, thank you for coming up and providing that information and your thoughts on the game. Now, if the next person could come up with their comments.
No problem. And I like to, before I go, just thank you, Kev, for allowing us to open up our doors for the show. You know, we're a great supporter of Pittsburgh's DSCN and what you're doing and everything like
you're
that.
Welcome.
I
you're
appreciate
welcome.
it and love what you're doing.
Definitely.
Right.
And
appreciate you, G.
The post-game show really is kicking off now because my man Norm just came in the house as well. And he
fudges his golf scores.
Is that what goes on? All right, he's Steelers down as well. So my brother right here, you want to come on over and grab the mic and the headset. We're lining them up, everybody. We are lining them up. And as we continue to line them up, we will cue up Mike Tomlin's press conference as well. Let me see if I could get Mike Tomlin's press conference queued up before we go with our next guest also. And I only brought one screen today, so let me see if I could maneuver. I'll tell you what. Let's go with the question and comments before we cue this up. It'll give me a little bit of time. I'm filibustering here. Yeah, that's what I do when I need to. You can throw on the headset. Let everybody know your name.
You got to take off the earpiece first.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. And just to let you know, not to have you have cold feet, but, you know, we have over 37,000 subscribers. They all don't watch live, but every show is recorded. So whatever you say, it'll be out there, and you could tell your friends, family, loved ones, even the people you hate, you can ask them to come out and check out the recording. So let us know your name and slide over to the right a little bit. I want to get you fully in the picture. There you go. What's your name, bro?
My name's Lou Pearson.
Lou Pearson. You know, when you say Lou Pearson, I'm thinking Preston Pearson. Are you related?
I don't know. I have to check that out.
just to let everybody know, because Preston Pearson is old school, number 26 for the Dallas Cowboys that the Steelers thumped 2 times in the Super Bowl. All right. So, and the first name again?
Lou Pearson.
Lou. Okay. What you got, Lou? What did you think about the game?
First thing I want to say is I'm Lou Pearson. I have a company, Blessed Service. I do heating and plumbing for all your needs. Let's first say that. The second thing, let's get to the game now. The first thing I seen when I was watching this game, which was a little bit different than a lot of other Pittsburgh people, there's a lot of Pittsburgh fans that's very, very spoiled. They feel like we should win every game.
Right.
That's not realistic.
And win pretty.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not realistic. When you looking at the Steelers and you look at the way we play to win. So if we win by 3 points, we win by 7 points, or we win by 4 points, we still won the game. Looking at today's game, the things that I seen that I thought was great. I love the defense. I love that we're not consistent in everything we were doing, but when it came time for the big plays
Yeah.
to stop them,
The critical plays.
right, to take the ball away, we did everything critical and we came through. Another thing I like, I was looking at that offense, and I like the beginning when we came out, we got our run, we scored our 2 touchdowns, and I love the end when we scored under pressure, and the game was on the line. What I do see that I feel that can make a real big difference is we need to use DK a little bit more.
Yeah.
We spending a lot of money for this guy.
Yeah.
I like to see him in there. Like
3 catches is not enough.
Yeah. If you see our running game ain't working, throw him in more. Use him like you would use Brown.
Yeah.
Make that big play, and then you can put these other plays together. You know we're still struggling with the offensive line, so we do have problems there. But the key is to win and win big. Now, for all you spoiled fans, I know y'all love DK like I do. Let's make it happen. So that's pretty much all I wanted to share. I just want to see him use him a little bit more, and that'll increase our winnings.
And since you mentioned money, too, I'm not sure if anyone on the panel has the figure. If not, I'm going to Google it. The Steelers defense, I believe, is the most expensive in the league.
Yes, got to get our money's
right.
worth.
Yeah, we got to get our money's worth.
Somebody's stealing money. It looks like.
Yeah,
on that league, the first 2 games.
We can have other teams with a 3rd and 13,
right,
and have them convert.
Still early in the season, but yeah, man, they got to crank it up, man.
Yeah, man.
I like what I seen today. Those some sacks, some turnovers,
yes,
interceptions. That's what I like.
Yes.
So the arrow's pointing up, man.
Listen, and also you say that TJ Watt. A lot of people don't like to criticize him.
Yeah, he got
6 games without
sacks. Got
6
2
games
today.
without a sack. Finally got 2.
Got 2 today.
But again, he gave up his edge. I would like to see a little more. He's not getting. Everybody tried to compare him to Myles Garrett. He's not Myles Garrett.
He's not.
He's very good.
2 different players.
But again,
he's better than Myles Garrett.
He's not.
He's
Absolutely.
better.
Listen, he's never been better than Myles Garrett.
No.
Listen, I'm Steelers all the way in his way. Myles Garrett.
Look at every
some more spoiled stuff.
Look at every Luther. Look at every major stat. Okay, the bottom line
He's an
is
outside linebacker. He should have better stats.
No, well, regardless, it's about results.
One question.
It's about
results.
Who's playing with more talent on the defensive end? Myles Garrett or TJ Watt? When you see Myles Garrett,
Myles Garrett has more talent. Myles Garrett has more talent.
And younger talent.
Some of them years he has a Darius Smith too, though.
And he's playing with
Darius Smith a couple of years, man.
He just got back in the league. He just got back in the league. We gotta stop looking at black and yellow.
It's the results. It's the results. It's like saying
Myles Garrett is all Cleveland has had his whole career.
Regardless,
and he's putting up these numbers.
Look at every.
Come on, man.
Look at every.
I gotta stop this.
No, look at every major category. Okay, TJ Watt has him beat. Now he looks better. I'll give you that.
He has him beat because a lot of times he's getting single coverage.
Regardless,
you don't see rookies playing Myles Garrett one-on-one.
Didn't we just talk about? Didn't we just talk about? Didn't we just talk about excuses? Right. The bottom line is results.
Right.
Period.
Right.
And that's what I go off of. Now, there's been a lot of there's been a lot of talented players in the NFL that didn't get the results. So you could tell me someone is more, and he is more talented.
He's better.
He's not better.
He doesn't have the stats.
Why isn't he getting the result?
Because he's not playing with Alex Highsmith on one side.
No,
Jalen Ramsey,
TJ Watt.
Come on,
Jalen Ramsey just started playing with him.
Yes,
and he just got 2 sacks today.
Okay. How many Hall of Famers has Myles Garrett played with? Cam Hayward is going to the Hall of Fame.
They designed everything for Myles Garrett. They designed everything for Myles Garrett.
They have nothing else but Myles Garrett.
They got Denzel
They have
Ward.
nothing else but Myles Garrett.
They got Denzel
Ward is okay,
but
he's not
real quick.
We got to stop.
Hold on 1 minute, Luke. Real quick. Do you follow the Pirates?
Unfortunately, I do.
Are you familiar with Paul Skeens?
And he's amazing.
Okay, will he win?
And he's winning Cy Young.
Will he win the National League Cy Young?
Okay, yes. But that's a different sport.
Does he play?
Can we keep it in the same sport?
Does he play with one of the worst sports franchises?
Not one of the
Thank
worst.
you.
The worst.
So, and where I'm going here is, you could compare that to the Browns. Sorry about that. You could compare it to the Browns. The Browns have one of the worst franchises, and they were supposed to have some of the best rosters over the last 3 years. Yeah. Last year, the Browns go back.
Come on.
Go back.
They did get a new team.
Hey,
Nobody
Luther,
said they had the
Luther, yes,
Nobody
they did.
has ever said the
I
Browns had
guarantee
the best
last
roster.
year they did one of the best.
Oh,
One of the best rosters last year. But again, my point is they couldn't get the results. They continue
Deshaun
not to
Watson was
get
their quarterback
the results.
last
Some of
year.
they had some key
Come
defensive
on.
dudes hurt too.
Over the last 3 years. And by the way, Cleveland right now might have the best defense in the NFL.
And it's led by Miles
It
Garrett.
is.
It
It is.
that. He's not letting
he's a
teams
beast.
he's not letting
He's
teams
a
put up
beast.
30.
Now, last thing before I throw it over to Lou.
6 games in a row without a sack.
Last thing before I throw it over to Lou. Miles Garrett stole the defensive player.
Yes, he did.
No,
he definitely did.
Last year.
Miles Garrett stole that. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. And then in 20 and go back and look in 2023, Miles Garrett went through a similar slump like TJ Watt. TJ Watt just played. Hold on.
Okay.
TJ Watt
Constantly.
TJ Watt like Watt doesn't get double teamed
or
constantly?
held. Did you see today's game?
First
he got
of all,
held
all
like 30 times.
Well,
hold up. I get all that,
on.
but when you're talking about the perfection of TJ, you got to look at when it's time to make the big plays. First of all, he's always double, triple team.
He's not.
All the time. Today he was. Then if they're not double and triple, they're holding, and he can't get a call. Today, we would have had a critical turnaround like 5 times if they would have called that call. And they didn't just start it with TJ. They started it with Harrison before when he was there.
You're right.
They was doing it with him.
And planning to let stadium.
This is something that they do to Pittsburgh players.
You know what that sounds like?
What it sound like?
Excuses.
No, that's not.
If
you're the one that said Miles Garrett gets help or double team.
You don't get no calls. You just drop them regardless.
TJ Watt is one of my favorite players. But Miles Garrett is a better player.
No, he is not.
Why isn't he getting better results?
Because he's with the worst organization besides the Powers.
I just told you.
Facts.
I just told you, Paul Skeens.
Look what they're doing to Shador Sanders out there. They're a horrible organization.
Paul Skeens is going to win the Cy Young. With a horrible team.
He's a generational player.
Okay.
Miles Garrett is winning defensive MVPs.
But one is getting
the worst.
One is getting results, and the other one isn't. When it's compared to TJ Watt.
He's getting individual results.
Last thing, and we're going to let Lou go.
My last thing I want to say is that with the young boy we introduced today, he came back, Derek Harmon. He's going to, as the season progresses, he's going to start making a lot of differences down there.
Yes,
and once he start making his differences, TJ's going to turn all the way up on that side because they got to make a choice. Who you going to double team? You going to double team him or you going to double team him? Right. And as he get better, you're going to watch. You heard this from me first. This year is going to be one of the most amazing years TJ had in a long time.
There you go.
He got a long way to go.
All right.
2 sacks on
nice
the year.
Meet you, brother.
Appreciate it, Lou. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Lou.
Good take, Lou.
All right. It sounds like I hit the wrong button there, but we're good to go. All right, that was a real good discussion.
Man,
Real good discussion.
Great take, Lou. Great take.
Yeah.
I agree with most of everything he said, except
the TJ Watt,
the disrespecting
and Miles Garrett. Oh, we respect. He's a beast.
Miles Garrett's he's definitely respecting.
There's no doubt about it.
Here's one thing we could see: Cleveland Browns just beat Green Bay Packers. That was my Super Bowl pick. Held that offense down to maybe, I think, 10 points.
That's why I said they might have the best defense in the NFL.
We're going to see if TJ Watt and the Steelers defense can hold that team to 10 points. That's at home.
Okay.
We'll see. I mean,
and that's Green Bay with Micah Parsons, too.
Yeah.
That's big. That's a big
statement.
Jordan Love
was on fire.
Man.
So let me do this. Again, I normally have 2 screens up in here. I only have one.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do, we need to get Mike Tomlin's press conference going. And when I switch this over, let me see if I can switch this over. I'm going to start the sound, and I'm going to try to bring in the video if I can. There we go. Here we go. Mike Tomlin's post-game press conference. The Pittsburgh Steelers beat New England today, 21-14. So here's head coach Mike Tomlin after the game.
Man, it's great to win in the National Football League. Appreciative of the efforts today. Certainly required 60 minutes of effort in all three phases to get it done. Certainly there are a lot of things to work on, but it's good to do that with the win. Couple things of note. I thought we started fast offensively, but then we stalled out, obviously.
And I'm just going to leave it on audio.
Half. But a lot of credit goes to New England and their defense and what they were doing. They were major components of that. Defensively, I thought we were really tight in the red zone and things of that nature. I thought we could have been better on possession downs. Thankfully, we took the ball away from them to alleviate some of that lack of possession down success. But all in all, it was a good team victory, man. We fought for 60 minutes. We utilized a lot of people, specialization of talent, division of labor, things of that nature. Still finding our way, with the number of new people and people out and things of that nature. And so it was a good experience. No significant injuries to mention. Slay missed some time in the game with a leg contusion. I think he was able to get back in and finish. Same with Broderick. But we'll stack this one. Questions?
Mike, two big takeaways down there by the goal line. How big was the one at the end of the half?
Huge. That's why we spend as much time practicing down in that space as we do as a collective. We got to be great on defense in the effort to win the point swing. We got to be great on offense. And when you take the ball away, man, you get all 7 points. Usually you're fighting for 4. But, man, those takeaways, particularly down there, were big.
Mike, do you see that as technique, as some of the things you're working on in practice with the punching and stuff like that?
No question. We spend a lot of time on our ball search culture. But it's just words. It's an agenda. The efforts of the guys make it real, not only on Sunday but during the course of the week. And, just felt like we were headed toward a good game in that area just by the way we worked this week in that area.
The passing game wasn't really clicking, but at the end, boom, 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 right down the field, Aaron makes the play. So.
And that's oftentimes the case, man. You can, it cannot be going the way you desire, but you better have enough emotion. You better have enough belief. You better stay the course in an effort to do it. You can say the same thing about the defense in New York, and we were able to finish it at the end. Same thing with the offense today, but that's what team is about.
You were pounding your chest walking out through the tunnel. Does this win have any more significance other than just good to win the NFL, as you said?
It's good to win the NFL, as you just said.
Like Ramondre Stevenson, obviously, fumbles have kind of been an issue throughout his career. Was that a coaching point for you guys this week?
It was, but it is every week. We identify, opportunities, and certainly, he had some fumble issues last year, and so it was an agenda of ours.
Mike, what were your thoughts on how Derek Harmon played in his regular season debut?
Man, I was appreciative of his efforts, excited for him. He's a competitor. He wanted to be out there with his teammates, man. I thought he represented himself well today, and so it's just upward and onwards from here.
What kind of challenge? I guess 97 didn't surprise you.
Never. 97 and 90, never surprised.
What kind of challenge did Drake May provide for your defense today?
His mobility is an issue, particularly in some of them short yardage moments, 4th down and 1s and things of that nature. Quarterback mobility by play design, I thought, was a factor in some of those things. He got out around the edge on us and extended some possessions, but not that we were surprised by it. That's a component of his game, and it's a component of his game that we respect.
Mike Eccles played a lot more snaps. Can you speak to the tackle and the effort that
he's been real solid, man, but he's been real solid throughout this whole process for us, team development and so forth. He made some big plays today, the interception, the 4th down tackle. He was engaged in the game. He is a good teammate, and I'm glad we got him.
Peppers today coming straight back to New England after picking up.
I thought he played with great energy and communication. For a guy that's new, his level of communication is unique in terms of, adjustments and so forth, but he's a veteran. He's got a good passion for the game, good relationship with the game, and certainly it's good to win.
Anyone else?
All right, so there you go. Head coach Mike Tomlin, that was his post-game press conference. And again, the Steelers came out as the victors, 21-14 up in New England.
Before you get to the ball, turn it.
Well,
Wow.
I'm not sure how that came up. Cut that off. But Keith, let me give you, let me throw it over to you. Let me just say that. What did you think? Your thoughts?
As far as what the press conference?
Mike Tomlin press conference, his comments.
I thought he hit the numbers on everything, man. Yeah, about the mobility gave us issues. He was happy for Derek Harmon, like I've been was telling you guys all during the game.
Right.
And yeah, he definitely touched on some good points, man.
Luther.
Definitely.
Yeah. I like the fact they came out with no injuries. That's always a key.
That's another thing.
And he emphasized, of course, turnovers and how Fumbleson, Stevenson, that was an emphasis to get some fumbles out of him. And, once it started, it was just like a snowball. Every time you turn around, they're in position, somebody's knocking loose. So I do like the fact the defense made splash plays, the offense left a lot of things on the board. Didn't get a lot of information from him in this press conference, but it's like you said, it's always better to do it in a victory. So
definitely, and that's preparation as well, right? When he talked about Stevenson, what is it, Stevenson?
Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah,
Fumbleson is what his new name is.
There you go. So when a guy's known for putting the ball on the ground, you plan for it. You plan for it. Now, keep in mind going into the game, and then we'll go ahead and take a break. But going into the game, there were a number of starters that didn't play.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's key. Joey Porter Jr., the cornerback, was out. Again, second game in a row.
That hamstring is
Deshaun Elliott. Okay, he was out. Alex Highsmith is another one that was out. So even with those players, defensive players, and we talked about how the Steelers need to get a return on their investment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It'd be nice to see these guys come back. So they go over to Ireland next Sunday. It's an early game. That's a 9:30 start, everyone. When I say 9:30, that's 9:30 a.m.
9:30 a.m.
All right.
East Coast time.
Yeah. So you get a chance to have some breakfast and then watch the game.
Up over a nice cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
All that. So
pancakes.
I guess we get to watch NFL football the way the people on the West Coast watch NFL football.
Yeah, as soon as they get up, it's on.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we'll wrap up the third segment, I believe. Everyone, we are here until 7 p.m. Cloud 33, Penn Hills Shopping Center. If you can't make it down, you can at least call or text us to give us your thoughts on the game. However, if you can't make it down, we would love to see you. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back. After this, we'll continue to talk about this Pittsburgh Steelers victory, and I'll try to queue up some post-game interviews from the players as well that we can talk about. And we'll talk about probably 3 plays that we consider the keys to the game as well. Can you two come up with 3 plays?
Oh, man.
3 plays? Can we come up with 3 plays?
I got one right off the top of my head.
Got it. All right. So we'll do that, and we'll do all of that and more when we come back.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Business owners thinking about back-to-school promotions and replacing summer flavors with pumpkin? What about your taxes? Reduce your stress and tax liabilities by planning for tax time now with Cameron Professional Services Group. CPSG takes your goals, values, and visions to create a custom tax plan catered specifically to your business. We work closely with you to ensure that as your business grows and goals shift, so will your custom plan. Located in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, PA, CPSG is a CPA and consultant firm providing services in accounting, auditing, tax planning and preparation, community development, and operational management. Call Cameron Professional Services Group today at 412-251-0607.
Have you had the Beat by Niche experience? Beat by Niche is one of the top makeup artists in the city of Pittsburgh. She's touched the face of Cardi B, Love and Hip Hop personalities, and various Steeler wives. If you have not sat in her chair, what are you waiting for? Visit beatbyniche.com to schedule your special makeover for all occasions: weddings, graduations, proms, photo ops, and more. Visit beatbyniche.com and experience the touch of excellence.
Soulja Boy tough. Hey, I got this new dance for y'all called the Soulja Boy. You just gotta punch, then crank back 3 times from left to right. Soulja Boy, I'm finna. Why me crank it? Why me roll? Why me crank that Soulja Boy? That Superman? That now why me crank that Soulja? Now why me crank that Soulja?
All right. We are filling it up in here. Platt 33 in the Penn Hills Shopping Center, Pittsburgh, PA. This is the Pittsburgh's ESPN Black and Gold post-game show, our very first post-game show. Thank you very much for tuning in. You're probably watching some of the NFL games the way we are watching the games. I see that Chicago is up on Dallas 17-14 with about 4:15 left in the second quarter. My name is Kevin Cameron, and we are talking about the Steelers' victory. To my right is Keith Platt Jr. To my left, we have Luther Dupree Jr. as well. So we've been talking about a whole lot so far. What have we been talking about? We started off just giving a recap of the game. We talked about the difference that Cole Holcomb, him being a starter. We talked about Derek Harmon making his first. Did he start or did he play?
He didn't start, but he came in. This is his first real NFL action coming off that MCL.
We even talked T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett as far as who we feel.
What was your opinion?
Is the best. We'll get right back to it as well. We'll get right back to it.
I think my man was shaking his head. I think I had one person agreeing with me.
I
think that was me.
Oh, that was
you think? Okay. All right. Because the panel, I think me and you, Keith, we were on the same side, as well as our guy Lou that spoke earlier as well. But the reason that I mentioned that, every show that we do is recorded. So if you missed any part of the show, you can always go back on YouTube and check it out. We also talked about the Steelers getting 5 sacks today, as well as 5 turnovers. Okay. So what we want to do, we want to hear from you. We're hearing from individuals here at Cloud 33, as well as those that call in. Now, if you would like to call in, the call-in number should be on your screen, whichever way you connect it, on YouTube or on the radio stream. If you're on the radio stream, just go to our website and the number will be right there for you. Now, we have one of the members. Are you a member of Cloud 33? Something like that? Something like that? All right.
Myself.
Excellent. So you were here, I believe, for most of the game, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and let everyone know who you are.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Michael Wilkerson. Just here, watching the game, enjoying it with the fellas. Being premium here at Cloud 33.
Being premium. Okay. You hear that, Gene? He said he's being premium.
It's the only way to be up here. It's the only way to be up here, man.
Yeah.
Premium or nothing up here.
All right. That's how they do it here, everybody. Yeah, cool. So your thoughts on the game?
Always happy with the Steelers win, first and foremost.
Okay.
Always
there you
happy
go.
with Steelers.
And I know your mom is a big Steeler fan as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle Brandt. She's Pittsburgh Passion. Pittsburgh Sports Hall of Fame. I'm just a regular guy.
That's what's up, man.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just a regular guy compared
We
to
had her on the show, Soul Take as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
We love the passion.
Yeah. Yeah. But my thoughts, I actually wanted to get your guys' thoughts. I was talking to Lou before you guys started.
Okay.
And we were talking about the difference between new Steelers fans and old Steelers fans. You know?
Okay.
We've been spoiled. We had 2 rings within the last, 2 decades. And I as happy as I am with a win, there's just so much. I don't want to say negative frustration, man.
Frustration.
That's the perfect word for it. 5 turnovers, major for sure. But at the same time, we can't count on our defense to do that.
No,
every single week. If you're thinking forward to postseason, you're playing better players. It just wasn't like our run defense. Poor to me.
Okay.
You look at week 1. I thought it was a Breece Hall thing because Breece Hall's an elite back to me.
Yeah.
Right.
How many yards did you say? 45 for the quarterback Drake May?
Drake was, man. Yeah, Drake out there looking like he had big legs. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, he had 45 yards. Drake made.
And as a team, they had 119.
Right.
But the positive to it, okay, for you as well as everybody watching or listening, the positive, right? There was not a back that ran for 100 yards.
I agree.
Right.
The first 2 weeks,
everybody was running.
Everybody was getting.
There was a back that ran for over 100 yards on this Steelers defense.
Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker.
Yeah. So, we need to take that as progress.
Right. That's
it's definitely progress. And you see that with the progression of the 3 weeks that they're getting tighter. But as we move forward in the season, when we start playing more elite teams, because I don't consider the Patriots an elite team, we got Derrick Henry in our conference.
Yeah.
That's
that Ravens offense is a whole nother level.
Scary, man. We let Drake make it 45.
Hey, we cross that bridge when we get there, man.
But it's not
baby steps.
But again,
cross that bridge when we get there.
But again, check this out, fellas. Again, it's not anything new.
Right.
And if you know me, as I mentioned earlier, I'm a results-driven guy.
Right.
Okay, so Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, who else do we have? Joe Burrow, he's hurt. But Lamar Chase and Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, they're ballers. But the bottom line is
they got to
we beat them.
Yeah,
we find a way to beat them.
Yes, we usually do.
Yeah, either we split with them, okay,
true.
or we'll sweep them too.
Yeah.
So my point is, the Steelers normally find a way, even if it's ugly.
Yeah.
Okay. To be honest with you, it's a 17-game season. I'd rather have these issues and win, and have an opportunity to improve on it.
For sure. For sure. I think. Me being spoiled, I guess, being a newer, I wouldn't say newer, but being a Steelers fan, 2000s, late 90s.
Okay.
I think postseason, and I'm looking for elite play early on. And we spent money on our secondary. We spent all this money on our offense. I just want to see us produce more.
Right.
I don't think that, of course we had our 5 turnovers, big impact plays, but I need to see more consistency. I think the drives that they were putting together on the Patriots side, which to me, they're good offense. I wouldn't say elite offense. It worries me for further down the line. I know that we're having communication issues, and it's good that it's early in the season that we're seeing these things.
Yeah.
But at the same time, will we actually get it together too? A lot of times, they'll get it together. It's just communication error, but you never see improvement. And like I said, we've seen some minor improvements from week 1 to week 3.
Yeah.
But we have together when it really matters.
And to be honest with you, I understand it more this year versus last year because there are a lot of new pieces,
for sure.
Right? You got Ramsey, you have
Slay,
Jabril
Peppers, which he had a good game.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so.
Yeah.
Let me get to this text because I'm a little behind on the text and everything. And this is Bill, and Bill, I think this is
what's going on, Bill.
Your cousin Luther.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So he says, "What's up to everyone? with ironically anyway, with the run game stalling, should they try to open it up with the pass, push the ball downfield to open up the run? I'm going to start off and take this. New England came in to the game leading the NFL in sacks with 9 games.
Penalties too, don't forget.
And I told Keith before the game, who told me this because I'm over at the Steelers facilities.
Okay.
But I'm not going to reveal my source because I want information to keep flowing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the bottom line was to eliminate that fierce rush, given that the offensive line still has a long way to go.
Very long.
Agreed.
The objective was to throw quick passes and make their linebackers and safeties cover.
Yes.
Okay, so given that that was the game plan going in, they really didn't want to throw downfield, even though I think they threw downfield at least once. They got a penalty, with DK Metcalf.
Right.
But, Bill, to answer your question, that really wasn't the game plan. You know, maybe they'll do that next week. Next week should really be interesting, fellas, because
who's next week?
It's Minnesota.
Because of what Jefferson and Jordan Addison come back.
Not only that, we know they're missing their quarterback, right?
Wentz looked good today, though.
Yeah, but my point is the defensive coordinator. Who's the defensive coordinator?
Brian Flores.
Yeah.
He was with the
He
was with the Steelers.
Yeah.
He's going to be blitzing.
He's going to have something. Yes.
75 exotic blitzes.
So it should be very interesting next week. All right.
It's going to be tough next week.
Did we get everything? All your comments?
No. You also had something to add in on the Myles Garrett and TJ Watt
I want to see where you
too.
guys sat with the Myles Garrett, TJ Watt situation. Who do you think is better? I'm a black and gold fan.
TJ Watt, hands down. Because
is that easy for you?
It's that easy because I look at results. I look at results. They're both beasts. But the bottom line is, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear as a team. One team goes 12-4, goes to the playoffs, and another team goes 4-12, and don't go to the playoff. But if they're loaded and they have the best team in the NFL, but they can't find a way to win games, I can say that they have talent. However, they're not getting results.
So you putting that on one person's shoulders?
That's what I'm saying. That's it.
There's 11 defensive players on
we're talking about two different people.
I understand.
Kev, we do know they played head-to-head in the playoff game, right? Myles Garrett put on a show.
Put on a
show.
Man.
Come on.
From the bouncy snap, man.
He put on a show.
How many turnovers? How many turnovers did we have?
Listen, and Cleveland put it on the Steelers.
Well, the bottom
Myles
line,
Garrett showed up. TJ Watt
the bottom line is, if you're objective, seriously, fellas, if you're objective, and you came from, I'll just say from Mars, because some people think there's aliens out there. No, Mars, the planet.
The planet.
And if you educate the Marshmen, would they be Marshmen?
We'll take it.
Yeah,
we'll take it.
If you educated the Marshmen on football and NFL football, and you threw the stats in front of that Marshman,
if the stats aren't that far off,
they are not.
They are.
I pulled them
out. They are.
I pulled them out.
They are. I've looked at them.
Please,
I've looked at them.
Okay.
And even if you go back and if you take a look at 2024 NFL stats.
Are we looking at a career?
Well, that's career stats.
That can't be
and it's not that far off.
It's 2 sacks
through 2024. They're playing this year. Anything can happen.
It's a difference of 2 sacks.
Anything can happen. TJ Watt.
TJ's got his first sack in 6 games.
And again, I brought it up. Do you realize Myles Garrett went 6 or more games in 2023 without a sack?
It's 1A, 1B.
Listen.
He's been in a slump as well.
In 2023, we talk about 2025.
2025. Myles
right
Garrett
now, the better player right now. I'm going with Garrett.
Who's making more? Thank you.
The reason he's making more is because he signed his contract after Myles Garrett.
The Steelers seen that and said, we got to do
Garrett's
something.
contract destroyed the whole market for defensive ends.
All I know is
nobody was getting quarterback money.
All I know is
Myles Garrett. And then TJ Watt got more, and Micah Parsons got more.
Here's the deal.
And we paid TJ for what he did.
You throw 6 people on the line, 5 linemen, and a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
What Cleveland does with Myles Garrett, they look at those 6 players. Who's the weakest link? That's where Myles Garrett is going. Myles Garrett lines up anywhere on the field. That's what Cleveland does. They try to find the weakest spot on the offensive line.
You discount Garrett, man.
So he has the advantage.
You're discounting Garrett.
He has the advantage. But anyway, we talked about that. And we're going to get off of it because we're talking. It's
going to get heated.
No, it's a good
I think our point is
it's a good conversation. Here's the deal, too, fellas. I can't stand Cleveland.
I can't either.
Okay, so so they're taking up too much of our time already. This is the Black and Gold post game show.
For sure.
All right, so we need to get someone else.
I appreciate you. Man.
No problem.
Thank you guys very much.
All right, Norm, did you want to come up and provide your comments? You want to come up and provide your comments? You're good. All right, he's watching the game. He already texted in. So before we went to break, we talked about 3 critical plays during the game. All right, Keith, you had that queued up?
Yeah.
All right, let's go with it.
I think the first key play, man, was the fumble by Ramondre Stevenson and was recovered by Darius Slay in the first quarter. I thought that kind of set the tone for the Steelers defense.
Yeah.
Like once they realized that Stevenson had butterfingers, they just kept going for the ball every time. And I thought the defense fed off of that. Okay. And also the Jabril Peppers fumble, man. Like I said earlier, Jabril Peppers was playing today, man.
His recovery.
I think we might have found lightning in a bottle with Jabril Peppers.
He made the hit and
he
got
did.
the comeback.
I think he made the hit and the recovery. I think the Steelers found lightning in a bottle with Jabril Peppers.
Interesting.
He's a versatile defensive
He was
back.
a solid player, right?
Right.
Yes. But
I don't think New England should have cut him.
No,
that's where I was going. That's where I was going.
It's like one thing when you get a new coach in there.
Yeah, he
wants his guys and his style.
That's what happened.
So the Steelers benefited from them, from Mike Vrabel going there and wanting his type of players. But I think Jabril Peppers, I remember him when he was in college.
Right, me too.
I think he's going to pay dividends, and he has that sense of nastiness.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No
he's all out. He likes to stop the run.
Right.
And we saw that on the forced fumble that he made, and he recovered.
That boy was flying around today,
he was.
Yeah, the Steelers hit the jackpot with that boy. And actually think he's a better overall safety than Deshaun Elliott. I just think Deshaun Elliott's a better run stopper than Jabril Peppers.
Interesting.
Because you can play Jabril Peppers at corner.
So you think he's better
safety,
at
strong
coverage?
Safety. Yeah,
you think Peppers is better at coverage?
Yes, like
okay.
I think he is.
Okay,
I think
interesting.
He is.
Interesting. And your last one?
Yeah, and the last key play, man, I thought the tackle by Brandon Echols, man.
Good one.
Late in the fourth quarter, 58 seconds left.
Yeah.
I thought that was the key, man. How many times we seen a receiver, catch the ball against the Steelers, make the first guy miss, spin, cut back, and they get the first down, and we're all pissed off.
Good.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Good one.
That was a sure tackle by a good nickel back that they signed in free agency.
Yeah. Cool.
Great tackle, man.
All right. Luther, what you got?
All right. Now, I don't want to say the same things as Keith. Those were excellent ones. I want to talk about the first half.
Okay.
The last play of the first half where Cam Hayward gets his hands up, blocks the pass, and again, Brandon Echols paying dividends. A new corner, gets the interception, stops him. Steelers go to halftime up 14-7. Huge play. Another play that I want to bring up is Darius Slay. It was a big first down to Hunter Henry again in the middle of the field. He knocked it down. Huge play. I was very excited about that. How about Cole Holcomb?
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Fumbleson or if it was Gibson, but he forced another fumble to stop them. So that was an amazing play.
I would like to see how many tackles he had. Not to cut you off, Luther. Go ahead, though.
Looking at the stats, he had 5 tackles.
Cole Holcomb?
Cole Holcomb.
Okay.
Had 5 stats, and he didn't start.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. He started the game,
Yeah.
but he was rotating with Peyton
Yeah,
Wilson.
with Wilson.
You know, so I was impressed with that.
And I think it's a good thing, too, because Peyton Wilson can learn from Cole Holcomb.
And why
right?
wouldn't you want to learn from a crafty veteran that been around like a Cole Holcomb? You should want to learn from him.
So the first 2 again?
Of course, the Calum Hayward, Brandon Eccles interception. Darius Slay. And then
no, you said Darius Slay?
Darius Slay when he fumble recovery. And then, of course, you got to talk about the last pass that Aaron Rodgers threw to Calvin Austin.
Ooh.
It wasn't bad coverage, but he put it the only place that Calvin Austin could cover in the corner. That was great. That was great.
Right.
He didn't have a great game before that, but when the game was on the line, he put it perfectly. All Calvin Austin had to do was put his hands up. Perfect pass.
Now, I'm going to look this up because I'm going to get this in. And it's regarding Mike Tomlin, right?
Okay.
Because Mike Tomlin gets a bad rap, fellas. He gets a bad rap with time management.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And once you get a stigma, it's hard to overcome that stigma. And where no one talks about time management when it works.
True.
So we talked about the interception, right?
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken, I was going to look at the playlist because I want to make sure I get it right here. But I believe it was I believe it was before the half. He called the timeout, maybe with less than 30 seconds left.
Right.
Okay. On, was it 4th down? I think it was 4th down. I think it was 4th down. Yeah. So he called the strategic timeout because he knows he has a lot of new guys on that defense.
Right. He wanted to make sure everybody was on
He
point.
wanted to make that's huge, fellas.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's good coaching.
That was a good coaching adjustment.
Yeah, that's good coaching.
For all you Tomlin haters out there, that was a great coaching adjustment.
There you go.
Definitely was.
So call in.
Nobody talks about that.
Text in and give Mike Tomlin some credit.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen much.
I know, right? I know.
He's in everybody's doghouse. He can be 10-0.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about it.
We'll give him credit where credit's due.
As well as what he talked about during this post-game interview where he recognized Stevenson and what do you call him?
Fumbleson.
There you go.
Butterfingers.
That he was prone to fumbles.
Oh.
So they game plan for him. They game plan for it. Now, the Steelers scored 14 points, fellas, off of turnovers.
Should have had 30.
Could have been more.
Yes.
Could have been more, but Luther, I think it wasn't you, maybe Lou or one of the people here that provided their comments talked about we can't rely on the defense to get those turnovers. When you think about it, both wins this year for the Steelers were
turnovers
based on turnovers.
Right.
Okay. Right. That fumble in New York.
Right. Kickoff.
On the kickoff.
Right. Turned the whole game around.
Exactly. Now, the Steelers are 2-0 against new teams.
Right.
New York and New England.
Yeah, 2 brand new coaching staffs.
What a coinky.
Yeah, and they're 2-0 on the road.
Yes, they are.
2-0 on the road.
That bodes well
and I guess next game is considered a home game.
Consider home game, but it's a home. It's a home international
right.
So
game.
We're on the road.
Yeah,
that's a road game.
Yeah, and so the Steelers have a long way to go, but it's good to see that they could win on the road. And like you said, Luther, it's hard just to win a game in the NFL.
Right.
I mean, we could even point to the Green Bay game.
Wow.
Right?
I definitely lost on that one. I thought Green Bay was
nobody called that.
Really destroyed
me too.
Cleveland.
I thought they was going to punch them in the mouth.
And I think Cleveland put me on notice. I think they put the NFL on notice with that defense, man.
Yeah.
With that defense.
Yeah, Myles Garrett and that defense. They really locked down Green Bay.
You had to throw that in there, huh? Myles Garrett and that defense. He's a beast.
He puts fear in that in the offenses for sure.
He does.
For sure.
He does. I'll agree with you on that. All right, so we wrapped up 4 segments of the Pittsburgh's DSCN Black and Gold show. Our very first one here at Cloud 33 in the Penn Hills Shopping Center, Pittsburgh, PA. So we have one more hour. We're going to try to get some player interviews for you to hear, and we'll respond to it as well. And anything else, fellas, we need to talk about. Now, we received a couple phone calls so far tonight. It'd be nice if we had a few more. And I know I have a couple more texts that I need to get to as well.
One thing we didn't talk about, usually we have to rely on Boswell to win the game.
You're right. Good point.
You know, they did score 3 touchdowns today. We didn't need Balls to save the day.
Good point, Luther.
You know, it's always good to have that in your back pocket. Steelers have the best field goal program, I feel, in the league.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. I just see it happen. We see it happen so much. I kind of expected for the Steelers maybe to run the ball and set it up for Ball.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why that was one of my 3 big plays. That pass to Kelvin Austin in the corner. That was a game. That was a game winner right there.
Give Tomlin credit. With the 2 quarterbacks that we had last year, I'm not sure.
Done it. Yeah, he would have run the ball.
Exactly.
He would have run the ball.
And relied on Boswell.
Yeah, he'd have been scared with them.
All right, so that's what we're talking about, everyone. We are going to take our 4th break for today. When we come back, we'll continue to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers victory 21-14 over New England. And as I talk about it as well, I'm going to continue to delay this break because something else popped in my mind, and we'll talk about it on the opposite side of the break. But 2 games, 30-plus points. That didn't happen today.
Right.
That did not happen today. So we'll talk about that and more when we return.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Business owners thinking about back-to-school promotions and replacing summer flavors with pumpkin? What about your taxes? Reduce your stress and tax liabilities by planning for tax time now with Cameron Professional Services Group. CPSG takes your goals, values, and visions to create a custom tax plan catered specifically to your business. We work closely with you to ensure that as your business grows and goals shift, so will your custom plan. Located in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, PA, CPSG is a CPA and consultant firm, providing services in accounting, auditing, tax planning and preparation, community development, and operational management. Call Cameron Professional Services Group today at 412-251-0607.
Have you had the Beat by Niche experience? Beat by Niche is one of the top makeup artists in the city of Pittsburgh. She's touched the face of Cardi B, Love and Hip Hop personalities, and various Steeler wives. If you have not sat in her chair, what are you waiting for? Visit beatbyniche.com to schedule your special makeover for all occasions, weddings, graduations, proms, photo ops, and more. Visit beatbyniche.com and experience the touch of excellence.
Just talk about that. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a strong rhyme to step to. Think of how many week shows you slept through.
Time's up. I'm sorry I kept you thinking of this. You keep repeating your miss. The rhymes from the microphone solo with. So you sit by the radio and on the dial soon. As you hear it, pump up the volume. Dance with the
Hey, we are doing our thing up in here. Cloud 33, Penn Hills Shopping Center, Penn Hills, PA, Pittsburgh, PA. You need to check us out if you couldn't make it today. Well, we'll be here next Sunday as well. Put it on your schedule to check the place out. This is Pittsburgh's DSEN Black and Gold post-game show, the very first one. And we got a Steeler victory. Can't get any better. 21-14 over the Patriots. So we're loving it. My name is Kevin Cameron. To my right, Keith Platt Jr. To my left, you know his name, Luther Dupree Jr. as well, and got another Junior, I think. Yeah, JT. James Taylor decided to join us. You're a junior too, right, JT?
James Randall Taylor Jr.
And oh man, and I know your dad would be happy, JT, because he was a big Steeler fan as well.
Huge Steeler fan. He's looking down right now.
Yeah, that's
saying,
what's
don't
up.
embarrass yourself, son.
It's all good. Thanks for joining us, JT.
Yes, sir.
Just to let everybody know, we have like 6 guys on our panel for the post-game show. So sometimes I won't be here. Keith won't be here. Luther, JT, we're going to mix it up a little bit. Okay, so every week we'll be changing it up. It's like having a baseball lineup, fellas, right?
Oh, yeah,
Having a baseball lineup for sure. But slide over a little bit more so we could get JT in there. I know he needs to lose a couple pounds,
Hey,
but
I did today. I didn't eat during the game.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit my mic down, exit real quick. I'm going to turn it over to JT because everybody needs to get his recap. And again, JT is on Soul Tape with me and Ken Craig. It's every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it. We cover all the Pittsburgh sports, right? And the hot topics too. Just like we just had a hot topic. I'm not going to talk about it again, but it was TJ Watt and Myles Garrett, who's the best. Okay. We also, me and JT, we really get into it when it comes down to LeBron and MJ.
Ooh, come on, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Yeah.
with MJ.
Coach James.
So there you go.
Come on,
So,
man. You mean
so,
Coach James.
so,
Coach James.
so those are
king.
those are some of the things that we talk about on Tuesday. And I know how to get JT fired up. If I say LeBron is the GOAT, even though I think it's
He's
MJ.
more like the lamb.
and when I talk about Deion Sanders, I know how to, as they say, ring JT's bell because he has a different take on Deion Sanders and Colorado. They won last night.
Yeah, they insulted.
Yeah, so now I think they're 2-2,
2-2,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we talk about on Soul Tape. Put it on your schedule every Tuesday, 6 to 8 p.m. JT.
Yes, sir.
Let everybody know your thoughts on the game.
Well, I'm gonna start calling the Steelers the real cardiac cases. They got my heart pumping, and I had to take my Lozartan like twice because my blood pressure was going crazy. But I heard you guys over here talking about Tomlin, but I didn't hear nobody say nothing about Terrell Austin.
Oh, we called him out.
We've been one in Brian Flores.
Yeah, but I mean, his defense caused 5 turnovers. And the bad part about that is when you cause 5 turnovers, you should probably be
a block.
South of 20 points. You know
at least
what I'm
24
saying?
points.
I mean, not
south,
south, but
man.
north of 20 points. But they got it done at the right time. I also, our young DBs, they're starting to look a little more comfortable. But they're these big chunks of yardage on 3rd and 18 and 3rd and 12.
Yeah.
And what I seen there is there wasn't no pressure. So of course he's going to stand back there. He had what 7, 8 seconds. He was just standing there looking for somebody.
Right?
Exactly.
One
So-
Mississippi, two Mississippi.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, I mean that was the only thing that the really fault that I seen today is he was giving, what's his name,
Drake May
too much time,
Right.
and especially on third down situations.
Yeah.
One thing I can say I was wrong, and I'll admit it. I didn't think your boy Jalen Warren was going to be an every down back. This dude he's balling, and
he's decent. They just got to block a little bit better for him.
Yeah,
Jay.
yeah, he's running with no holes.
Yeah, he had 18 carries.
Only 47 yards.
I know,
How many?
right.
He had,
That's the line,
what was his
man.
receptions?
Yeah, but he had 5 catches for 34 yards.
So
But
that
you gotta
helped
remember-
offset that.
Think about that though. 4 of those receptions I think were for first downs.
Right.
Key.
And you if on the one swing out pass he had where he down the left side he got about I think it was like a 20-yard pickup.
Oh
Right,
yeah.
I mean, when he got that ball in his hands, he just exploded with his speed. He ran, made one cut, and he was going. I mean, he picked up another 10 yards.
Acceleration.
Yeah, so I mean that too, but and of course, I mean, you really can never say nothing wrong about the kicker.
Oh, Boswell.
Boswell, yeah,
we didn't really have to use him
Mr.
today.
Automatic. Mr.
Yeah.
Automatic was
But so what did you guys think? Like, what was the best points of the offense? What did you get from Aaron Rodgers?
Well, Aaron Rodgers, he made the key throws when he had to.
Right.
He didn't have a lot of time back there. I think he got hit way too much. Broderick Jones
He's still getting killed.
Broderick Jones spent more time picking him up than blocking for him. I mean, I'm so tired of his guys knocking him off and Broderick is picking him up. I'd like to see a little more aggression on his end.
Do you think we miss Dan Moore now?
No.
You don't think so?
I like Fontanu. I think
Come on,
Fontanu
man.
Dan Moore
actually
led the
plays
league
better
in
than
sacks
Broderick.
last year.
But
Ask
he
Cam
protect-
Ward.
but-
Ask Cam Ward this year about Dan Moore.
Well, Cam Moore, I mean,
Hey,
But I
he's
think-
getting
but I
killed
think-
back there.
I don't think he's getting killed as much as Aaron Rodgers is getting hit when Dan Moore was there. Sorry. I mean, that's just my opinion. But I know Cav got something to say about it.
I think both tackles is better than Dan Moore.
About Dan Moore.
I think both of our tackles are better than him.
I'm all right with not the play of Broderick Jones, but making that move just because he's young, right?
Yeah, but if you're young, you gotta play like it.
I think there's hope. Everybody can't come in and be a pouncy. And I know a lot of times, as Luther would say, Steeler fans are spoiled,
Very.
right? I remember Troy Polamalu taking time to develop.
Yeah,
I
that rookie
remember
year,
the first
he had
year,
was rough.
he was
Yeah.
Rookie year was rough.
it was rough.
Yeah, so
After that, though, it was
I'm
over.
not losing hope in Broderick Jones.
But this is in his rookie
th-
year.
This is his
Year three.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but hold on.
Cav,
He could be a late bloomer.
Hold on. Is this his first year at left tackle?
Absolutely.
regardless,
It matters.
you've been playing at the
It
NFL. Wait. You've been
It
playing.
matters.
You've been playing at the NFL speed for the last 3 years.
It matters.
3
Your
years.
whole
Kind of a difference, JT.
your
And
whole
left tackle
technique
is a
and
lot
everything.
tougher.
Right, that's what I'm
Left
saying.
tackle is a lot
Yeah,
tougher, in my opinion, than right
yeah,
tackle.
So-
Especially with
so
a right-handed
JT
quarterback.
You're protecting the
So
blind side.
JT, I hear what you're saying. He does have a long way to go.
Very.
I agree with that. I'm just saying.
But how long is Aaron Rodgers going to have to go if he keeps getting him killed from his blind side?
You're right. And he took a big hit.
Ooh,
Big hit.
A
couple
big
big
hit
hits.
today.
Got to start adding maximum
Yeah.
protection.
And the thing about it is, come on, man. Look. He's Aaron Rodgers. He's a Super Bowl champ, future Hall of Famer.
That bad.
He should be.
bad.
He should
And
be.
he's
Hold
41.
on. He should be treated like a LeBron James or Michael Jordan.
There you go. Ding.
Get
You push that
fouls.
button.
I'm just saying.
He said it, and it said,
I'm just saying. Am I right, fellas?
Hey, I
Did-
agree.
I don't know.
Hey. If you sneezed on Tom Brady, was
Oh,
there
Flag.
a
It
penalty?
was a flag. He
Man.
would look at a ref. A flag would
There
pop
you
out.
go.
You even brush
There
it. You
you
even brush
go.
an arm against him. It's a penalty.
So when he got hit and the defensive guy fell on top of him, he rolled off. He did roll off. However, that's Aaron Rodgers, man. Future Hall of Famer. He has to get that call. He has to get that call. And I'm going to use a baseball analogy as well. Okay, I'm going there, Luther. Yeah,
boy.
I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the Pirates. Right? There was a game in Cincinnati where everybody knew, 30,000 people in the fans, millions on TV. Earlier in the year, it was a ball that walked in the winning run, if I'm not mistaken. It walked in the winning run. It was a ball. The Pirates, no, it didn't walk in the winning run. It would have been that the Pirates hitter would have got the base to allow things to continue. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know it was a pitch that was a ball that was called the strike.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm getting to, Andrew McCutchen said, okay, Andrew McCutchen said, because the Pirates haven't earned that yet. Okay. Once the Pirates start winning, they're going to earn that respect to get those type of pitches called as balls.
Okay.
So it's the same thing in football. Okay. Aaron Rodgers is a future Hall of Famer. He should get some calls. And I'm serious about that.
Agree. Well, but you know what? You got to admit that. But Aaron Rodgers has shot himself in the foot a number of times over the last few years, just with some of the things he's done off the field. So
hold on.
I know where he's going with this.
Time out, JT. Did Aaron Rodgers sue the NFL?
But he didn't.
Tom Brady sued the NFL.
So did Brian Flores, our next opponent.
Yeah.
But Brian Flores was rescued by one of his own.
Tom Brady was deflating balls.
I agree.
So my point is, Tom Brady did way more.
Was Tom Brady doing it, or was it the ball boy?
Nah, it was all of them.
That was all of them.
It was all of them.
Patriot had all kind of ways to cheat.
Even the helicopter
gate, deflate gate.
Even the helicopter pilot was doing things.
They would cut off communication out in New England.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Paul Jackson said that.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Belichick's not there.
Yeah.
The communication's fine.
Yeah, right. Remember Tom
all
was
of a sudden it's fixed.
I remember
Thomas said every time he would go to New England, it would cut off.
Communication. DeQuell Jackson said that too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask Aaron Rodgers the next time I see him. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, shouldn't you? You're Aaron Rodgers. Shouldn't you get some calls?"
Right.
And I want to hear what I want to hear what he says. That's going to be my question.
Yeah.
And he normally speaks on Wednesdays. I'm normally over there on Thursday. I might have to go over there on Wednesday to ask him that specific question. All right, JT, what else you got for us, man?
That's about it. I mean, I'm sitting here listening to you guys, man. I just want to relax.
Came down, you're smoking a stogie.
Yeah, my man Gene hooked me up. Y'all gotta come check this place out. If you haven't been up here, man, you got to come up here.
Yeah, this is nice.
Hey, Gene. Good thing he stopped in. Right. Good thing JT stopped in, because Gene came over to me and Gene said, I thought I just saw JT pass by. And he didn't stop.
That's because he don't look both ways when he's crossing the street.
Gene said if he doesn't stop in, I'm calling in to Soul Take on Tuesday. So I'm glad you stopped.
I definitely had to come in and support it, even though I'm on the regular panel.
And while I'm doing this, while I have JT, since he did stop in, I'm glad he stopped in, right? Where did you go to school at? And I know people can't see you anymore. You went to work.
You want to say something about Ellen Cripper? That was cheating, man.
JT, tell everybody where you went to school.
Who? I went to the University of the Americas of the United States.
Yeah, right.
Penn Hills.
Penn Hills High School. They went down to the mighty Aliquippa. A walk-off.
What a game.
A walk-off touchdown.
That was
on Friday.
A good game, man.
Yeah. In
Aliquippa. Aliquippa's field don't look like it used to, because when my son used to play there,
they fixed that up.
A lot of them fields got renovated.
Finally.
Isn't Darrell the one that did Darrell help fix that field up?
No, I don't think so. I think there were some private investors that did that.
Yeah, I know.
But his name, and we're talking about Darrell Revis Island.
Yeah.
His name is on the locker room, the field house.
So he might have fixed up the field house then.
Well, he did some things.
Yeah.
He did do some things. We'll have to get my boy Mike Warfield, the head coach, on and talk all about it. But yeah, you got Mike Ditka that's on the field house, Darrell Revis, Sean Gilbert, his uncle, and
My brother-in-law.
the Ty Law.
Yeah.
All that talent.
And again, Aliquippa is the only high school in America with 3 Hall of Famers.
Wow.
Only high school in America.
Wow.
That's right. So yeah, I had to get with you on that, JT.
That's all right, man. You know.
Man.
Y'all,
all right.
Y'all need to be known for something.
But thanks for joining.
Well, Hills will have 2
Thanks
soon,
for joining us.
Gronk
Yes,
and
sir.
Jason
And
Taylor.
let me see. I need to get back
Woodland
to
Hills.
Yeah.
the
Jason
text
Taylor.
as well.
Hey, if you got something to say, call in.
Yeah, you're
412-213-8995.
And there you go.
Yeah, call in. I told my buddies to call and talk about the Steelers. They all
And
crickets.
I'm surprised. I'm looking at a text. No, this is from yesterday. Our girl Yolanda. I'm surprised she's
What's
not
up,
listening.
Yolanda?
I'm not sure if she's listening today, which I'm surprised if she's not. But if you're out there, Yolanda, give us a call or text us. Let us know your thoughts on the game. Let me see if I have another one. Actually, someone just subscribed to the radio station,
right.
so that's a good thing. Yeah, go on the website.
Yeah, come check Gene up. Cloud 33, Penn Hills Shopping Center. You got to come up here.
Right. And again, we'll be here next week with a couple other individuals on the panel as well. So you don't want to miss it. It's a fun time. So thanks a lot, JT.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later, my man.
All right, JT.
All right. So as we were talking, you could just lay that down, JT. It'll be good. Yeah. All right. You're cool. Don't worry about it. We'll get it. All right. So, everyone, if you joined us late, we're talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers game, 21-14. I mentioned before the break, out of 3 games this year, this is the first game where the Steelers didn't allow their opponent 30-plus points. Now, as I say that, I like to tell the whole story, as I like to say. Right? I don't want to mislead anyone. It's very hard to score 30-plus points when you have 5 turnovers.
Right.
But that defense, as you said, Luther, that defense came up in critical times and they made those splash plays. Give me some of the standout players.
Wow, you on defense, Brandon Eccles. You got to give him. He had the key interception.
Okay.
He had the game-stopping tackle to end the game. 2 huge plays for him.
Does he get a game ball?
I would definitely give him one.
Okay, that's one game ball.
I would give him a game ball.
That's one game ball. So let me put this down. Let me track the game balls we're giving out, and if there's somebody that we haven't mentioned that should get a game ball, call us or text us. Who
Cam Hayward
should get game balls? Cam Hayward?
Yeah, he caused 2 turnovers.
Yeah, Cam Hayward. That boy bring the pain every game.
And now, we picked a lot on the defensive side of the ball.
Okay.
Is there anyone on the offense? While Warren didn't have a touchdown, he had some key first downs to keep drives going.
He did.
Game
balls. Since we've been talking about him the whole show anyway, I think we mentioned Cam Hayward, TJ Watt. I'll give TJ Watt.
Yeah, splash.
He had
plays.
2 sacks?
2 sacks.
And a fumble recovery, right?
Right.
And then Luther, I like what you said, bruh. I've been thinking, I like what you said about Chris Boswell. He did not attempt 1 field goal.
Right.
How many times do the Steelers win when Chris Boswell doesn't attempt 1 field goal?
Right.
Yeah. That was the shocking part.
Yeah.
But
I need him to bail us out.
I still go back to when you get 5 turnovers, though.
Yeah, at least 25.
How do you only get 14 points off of those turnovers? I mean, I was very disappointed in Arthur Smith's play calling after the first scripted series.
Me too.
It got very predictable.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
It's an easy offense to stop to
basic.
me.
I keep going back to, it's easy to say the play calling was suspect when you don't have the applicable blocking. Okay. Now, if they keep Aaron Rodgers cleaner, even though the Patriots didn't have a sack today, the NFL leading sack team going into the game, but he was hit a lot.
He was hit a lot. Way too
Yeah, a
much.
lot of quarterback
And
pressure.
then Luther, how many yards rushing?
You mean as
For
a
the
team?
Steelers.
For the Steelers, let me pull up the overall stats. Just 63 yards.
Only
total rushing.
63.
I mean,
So that's
not sustainable to
yeah.
get victories.
No, that's below average.
They only had 139 passing yards.
So they had 53 the first game. I think they had 75 the second game.
The run game
and now
was
63.
Yeah.
So again, if you don't get the applicable blocking, I can't complain about the play calling. I really can't. I actually thought he did a good job calling the plays. I mean, even
can we go a little more max protect? I mean, there's things you can do to give yourself a little more time, and I don't think they're doing that. They're leaving Broderick Jones on an island, which I don't know if that's the best concept.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I mean,
so he's basically a rookie at the left tackle position.
Just
so
think
give
about
him a little more, even a little more chips.
Just think about it too. The one play that I think the Steelers scored a touchdown on. Okay, the interference.
Oh yeah,
on
DK Metcalf.
No, not that one. On Washington, the tight end.
Yes.
Now, see, that's a good play call, fellas, because he knew he had a matchup.
Right. But was that not? Everybody knows that's the only play they'll consistently do with Mount Washington. You know, he slides out. It's going to be, throw it up. He's bigger. Sometimes you got to do something else. I mean, every time he comes in, it's the same thing.
I disagree with that. You do it all day if you have the matchup. You do it all
as long
day.
as you targeted him, throw that thing up.
Like him to go.
Let him box him out.
Can he do anything else? Every time he's in the game, you're going to start him at the line of scrimmage, spread him out, you're throwing it up.
I get what you're saying.
Can he do more?
Give me some route concepts.
Can he do? I would like something else.
I would like to see more, Luther. But I'm just saying, what's going to happen. I'm just saying, if you have that matchup, you need to go for the matchup. And let me check the phones, make sure no one is trying to call in. Again, if you would like to call in and be a part of the conversation, well, you only have about 30 minutes left because we're about to take our last break of the day. As they say, time flies when you are having fun.
Oh, man.
And I think one of the things, fellas, we need to go around the NFL as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming back off a break, I'm going to play some of the player interviews.
Okay, for sure.
After the game, and then we'll talk about those, and we'll also go around the NFL, fill everybody in with games that were completed, as well as games in progress. So we'll go ahead and take a break.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Business owners thinking about back-to-school promotions and replacing summer flavors with pumpkin? What about your taxes? Reduce your stress and tax liabilities by planning for tax time now with Cameron Professional Services Group. CPSG takes your goals, values, and visions to create a custom tax plan catered specifically to your business. We work closely with you to ensure that as your business grows and goals shift, so will your custom plan. Located in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, PA, CPSG is a CPA and consultant firm, providing services in accounting, auditing, tax planning and preparation, community development, and operational management. Call Cameron Professional Services Group today at 412-251-0607.
Have you had the Beat by Niche experience? Beat by Niche is one of the top makeup artists in the city of Pittsburgh. She's touched the face of Cardi B, love and hip-hop personalities, and various Steeler wives. If you have not sat in her chair, what are you waiting for? Visit beatbyniche.com to schedule your special makeover for all occasions, weddings, graduations, proms, photo ops, and more. Visit beatbyniche.com and experience the touch of excellence.
Sharp Rock jumps upon the scene with the lean and a pocket full of green. The green doesn't symbolize I made it on the top, but RoboCop last year was a shock. The tone of the Popeye cut shook your butt. Kids are screaming, the media says what? Kind of music is this for you to dance to?
All right, we are back for our last segment. Pittsburgh's DSEN post-game show coming to you live from Cloud 33 in the Penn Hills Shopping Center, Pittsburgh, PA, Penn Hills, PA. After a Steelers victory, 21-14, the Steelers found a way to get it done. My name is Kevin Cameron. To my right, Mr. Platt Jr. To my left, Mr. Luther Dupree Jr. And we are talking all about the Steelers' victory. Okay, the Steelers are now 2-1. And next Sunday, the Steelers will be making their way over to Ireland to play Minnesota. And Minnesota, did they drop the hammer on somebody today, fellas?
Oh, they put up the numbers. They destroyed the Bengals.
Yeah.
Bengals, they're struggling without Joe Burrow. They were struggling with Joe Burrow.
Yeah. So, the Steelers will have their hands full.
Brian Flores.
They got some dogs on
Brian
defense.
Flores, the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I thought the Steelers should have kept that. That's one thing you can do.
I agree.
Is coach a defense.
Now, we can agree on that.
There you go. We definitely can agree on that.
Don't leave me hanging. We can agree on that, but the Steelers are just stuck in their ways. It's
going to be another test for the linemen, man. You got Jonathan Allen.
Ooh.
You got Javon Hargrave, who you used to coach.
And they
you know
got
what I mean?
They got Isaiah Rodgers.
Yeah.
He had two major turnovers.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, as he was on our practice
squad.
squad.
Okay, man. Well, he was balling today. 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Forced fumbles. Yeah.
So again, everyone, if you would like to call in, the call-in number is on your screen. And please remember, everyone, Pittsburgh's DSEN is a 24/7 radio station. And directly after the show today, you will have jazz medley that will be on until 8 o'clock. And then, Gene, did you know this, Gene? Tonight, 8 to 11 is the Quiet Storm. People need to, find out what's going on, turn the music down a little bit, and chill to some Quiet Storm. So, that'll be coming tonight, 8 to 11 p.m. Also, if you haven't subscribed on our radio platform, please go to the website, pghDSEN.com to subscribe. Also, please subscribe right here on the YouTube channel. We do more than just our live shows here. We have a bunch of videos that we always post throughout the week. Steeler practices, we get the interviews. We get the different drills that they do, okay? Pirate games, Penguin games, pit practices and games, both football and basketball, on and on and on. So you want to be connected to Pittsburgh's DSEN. Now back to the victory, 21-14 over New England, okay?
And
And
before you go on, I wanted to say something real quick. This is regarding next week to the Vikings game. Another thing, too, man, the Vikings got 2 decent linebackers that nobody never talks about. It's a kid named Andrew Van Ginkel. He got long hair. You see him, you probably think he's a scrub. He's a baller.
Okay.
They got another guy out of Cincinnati, man. I've been watching him since college. Ivan Pace. Keep an eye on them two, man. We got to block them dudes, or they're going to give us some fits, man. You know, Brian Flores with them exotic blitzes. And, that's all I wanted to just let the viewers know. But you could go on, man.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
And again, where can people find you at in case they joined us late?
YouTube, K. Platt Jr. on YouTube. And also, hold up 1 second. I think I got the information. Oh, yeah. Yep, TikTok.
Okay.
K. Platt Jr. And Facebook, Platt Jr.
Check them out.
Instagram, K. Platt Jr. Yep, holla at me, man. Sports info.
Excellent.
Most underrated.
And for you, Luther, again?
Oh, all right. Check out scsportsworld.com is the website. On YouTube, SC Sports World. You'll be able to find us. We're live Wednesdays, 9 o'clock. A great panel. And Facebook, still SC Sports World, facebook.com/SC Sports World. We cover high school, college, football, all sports.
Excellent. All right, so what we'll do, as I indicated before the break, we'll get some of these player interviews in, just a slivet of it, okay, or how do you say slivet?
Snippet.
Snippet.
Yeah.
Snippet.
It's a snippet.
Man, it took me 3 tries to get a snippet. All right, so a little snippet of the interview from Aaron Rodgers. It's about 9 minutes long. So we'll try to get 3 to 4. Let's see what he's talking about. And again, we'll only do the audio. Okay, let me, don't hear anything. Let me make sure I have it right.
Talked about that.
There we go.
In the huddle before the drive, about just a subtle signal on what I might want if I gave that when Cal was on the other side. So it was nice he was in the same page. I didn't throw the best ball, but Cal's so damn fast. He made a great play. It's probably on the TV.
And you know what? I'm going to stop it there real quick, fellas, just because it's about players getting better.
Right.
And developing. Right. And the reason I decided to stop it there, he's talking about Calvin Austin the third, right?
Better every year.
What happened last week?
He was screaming at him because he ran a wrong pattern.
There you go.
And caused an interception.
Exactly.
Right.
He got him twice.
You live and you learn, man.
Now Aaron Rodgers is saying they were on the same page.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep.
So here's more.
TV copy, everything is these days.
No one else? Aaron, when you're not taking advantage of opportunities, what's keeping you guys confident or getting you through those chances for that last drive to be ready?
Just our defense, honestly. I mean, there was urgency. I think, it was one of those weird disjointed games. We had 3 possessions in the first half. We had a chance on the third possession to keep it going. Pat and I weren't on the same page on the scramble drill. Then we sat on the bench for what seemed to be 20 or 30 minutes. So we just couldn't get into a rhythm at all. And then we came out second half. I made a terrible throw. Defense just kind of stood on their head all day. But, I thought the first 2 drives were really good rhythm-wise, and we just couldn't find that rhythm in the second half.
Aaron, you did it at the end. What's that say about the offense resiliency, stick to it?
I mean, it's what we're supposed to do. We got to make those plays. So we're not in those positions. 14-0, we're feeling pretty damn good about ourselves. We haven't been ahead by 2 scores yet, and 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, starting fast for the 3rd straight week. But, I just didn't play great, and we kind of lost our rhythm, had too many penalties and negative yardage plays, and didn't make them pay when we had opportunities.
Was there something about the Patriots defense you found especially challenging?
Well, I mean, they throw a lot of different things at you. I felt like they were kind of in a 2-shell to start the game. We kind of ran it at them pretty good the first couple of drives, and they adjusted, and we just didn't make enough plays. We had some penalties, had some bad throws, and but they played kind of how we thought they were going to play. They're a tough group. They're well coached, and they were sticky in coverage.
Passing Favre Rivers put some milestones today. Where does that rank on the list of accomplishments for you today?
I mean, not super duper high. It means I've played a long time. I grew up and, Niners quarterbacks were my favorite, and then Brett, and then I got to play with Brett. I was drafted the year after Phil Rivers. Had a friendship through the game with him for years. Loved watching Phil play. Just his mannerisms, his lack of swearing, trash talk. Phil was one guy I really enjoyed watching on tape, and the only guy to get out of the Pro Bowl with an excuse that he had his 8th or 9th kid, I think, right before that. So good to be mentioned with those guys.
So we'll take this last one.
When a guy like Jabril Peppers gets to come face his old team and make a big impact playing a game like that?
Well, I think as former players, when you're playing former teams, that's what you want. You want to make a big play and make them, think about what they lost. There's always that. Every single week there's a guy that's facing his former team probably, and you'd like to get him the ball or like to, have him make some plays. But he was definitely happy in the locker room.
Have you done that?
All right, so we'll go ahead and finish that right there. And what did you guys think about what he said, Aaron Rodgers, after the game?
Well, I think, for one, I like the fact that he gave Calvin Austin credit for making that adjustment after chewing him out last week. And two, he said the defense made an adjustment. That's what I was saying earlier.
Mm-hmm.
They were moving the ball. He said they were in a two shell, and then they made the adjustment.
Yeah.
Where's the other adjustment by Arthur Smith?
Right. Yeah.
They made the adjustment. So where's your adjustment? I don't think he made that adjustment until the end of the game. They finally got a drive. But again, that's what I'm talking about. The coaching staff not making the proper adjustments.
I agree.
And it hurt them. It hurt them, but they were able to overcome it.
Well, one thing he pointed out as well that I didn't realize, the Steelers only realistically had the ball for 3 drives in the first half.
True.
Right.
True.
Okay, because the 4th drive,
got on the bench all that time.
Yeah.
Then we got
the 4th drive,
it was to end that drive.
It was one play.
Right.
And
right.
Was it a kneel down? I think
It was a kneel.
so we don't even
right.
we can't even count that. So they had 3 drives and they scored 2 of the 3 drives. Okay. So after halftime, let me see how many drives they had after halftime. 1, 2, 3, basically 5, which is decent, I think. The 6th one was the same thing, a kneel down.
Yeah.
So we're saying 5. So one of 5 from a scoring standpoint. The touchdown, they got the touchdown when they needed to get the touchdown. But Keith, what about yourself based on what Aaron Rodgers had to say?
I'm pretty much on board with Luther. That was the first thing that stuck out to me was he gave credit to Calvin Austin, who he chewed out and screamed at. And you never go back there. And then when I seen that, first thing I thought of, Aaron Rodgers throwing Mike Williams under the bus. I'm like, come on, bro. So when he said that, I'm like, okay, kudos to Aaron Rodgers, man, for shouting out Calvin Austin.
Yeah.
Who we all know is a hard worker, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, I agree with pretty much everything he said in the press conference, man. There's room for improvement. And we're going to get better. Him and Freiermuth, they wasn't on page on that scramble drill. But with more practice, I think that's coming, man. We're going to, as time go on, they're going to start getting used to Aaron Rodgers. And we're going to start seeing a lot of those magical plays, man. Slowly but surely.
Okay, got you. All right, everyone. You have 15 minutes, about 15 minutes. If you would like to call in, I'm checking my screen. No calls yet, but if you would like to, please call in, and we would be happy to hear your thoughts on the game. Now, fellas, around the NFL, games for today. When I take a look down, and maybe JT can answer this question. I don't know. JT. What's wrong with Houston, man? What's wrong with Houston?
Winless.
Yeah, they lost to Jacksonville 17-10 today. They're 0-3. Well, you're not on set. Come on up real quick, because I want to hear what you got to say. And then
enjoying the Suge Knight cigar,
man. Yeah, enjoying that cigar so much. All right, so looking at the other games as well, we have Carolina, they got their first win.
How about the Bears beating on the Cowboys right now?
31-14.
Caleb Williams looking like he at USC, man, playing against ULM Monroe or somebody.
Yeah, so JT, what's going on with Houston, man? I thought that the quarterback, CJ Stroud, I thought he was the man.
I thought so too.
He's been regressing. Hold on, I can't hear you. Make sure that mic is on.
There you go.
Yeah,
there
you go.
Well, first of all, I mean, like I said, this is the NFL. Anything can happen. Like Cleveland won today.
Right.
So,
against Green Bay.
Against Green Bay. And I mean, if you listen to the analysts this week, it was like Green Bay was going to the Super Bowl or something. Like
Exactly.
Like I said, it's in the NFL. Nobody expected the Seattle Seahawks to come and beat the Steelers in their home opener.
And when I take a look at the stats here, CJ Stroud, 25 of 38, 204 yards, 1 TD, 2 interceptions, and sacked twice. Okay, but the interceptions is bothersome.
I still think the Texans have failed him as far as offensive line and getting more receiver help.
Really?
And they're
They got a lot of receivers.
They can't stay healthy.
Take down them hurt, bro.
Outside of Nico Collins, no one on that receiving core puts any fear in anyone.
Right, Stephon Diggs is so far. I mean, he's lost so many steps. He don't even look like this near the same receiver.
What about Christian Kirk? Man, they drafted the 2 boys from Iowa State.
Christian Kirk came back.
Nico Collins.
Injured. Nico Collins. That's it. I stopped right there.
Nico Collins. I mean,
that's it. Outside of him, no one's fair. And
Dalton Schultz. They should have kept John Mechie the third.
Their running back is killing. Not having Joe Mixon there.
Not having Nick Chubb is all right, but that ain't the same Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb. Yeah, this is Nick Chubb.
Hey, Nick Chubb's been balling though. He
ain't the same dude.
If you this game, 9 carries for 38 yards. Go ahead.
He's not much of a threat out the backfield.
If you think about it though, Joe Mixon usually gets 5 or 6 passes a game too.
Right.
They haven't really they don't really throw the ball to Nick Chubb.
Yeah, and they got Dameon Pierce. They need to utilize Dameon Pierce, man. If not, just trade the Joker, man. This is a dude that did I think his rookie year he had 900 yards rushing, about 500 receiving. Dameon Pierce is nice, man.
Yeah, he is.
All right. What about Washington? 41-24.
Shout out to
over
Marcus
the
Mariota,
Raiders.
man.
Wow.
Yeah, Marcus Mariota.
Yeah. Marcus Mariota couldn't do it.
But you're talking about the Raiders.
Came in and got the job done. And the Jets go to 0-3, fellas, and Tampa Bay goes to 3-0.
Yeah, Todd Bowles might be the most underrated coach in the league.
Tampa Bay over the Jets 29-27. And then the Eagles, another team that stays undefeated, they're 3-0. They beat the Rams 33-26.
It's going to be hard to beat them at home, man.
And we mentioned this game already. Minnesota 48-10 over Cincinnati.
We better be ready for them.
We better be ready. Yeah. And you know what? That game is very important to the Rooners. Very important.
Yeah, because of the Ireland ties.
Yeah.
Some embassy type of cat.
Yeah, can't embarrass them. They better not embarrass us over
Exactly.
there.
All right.
They should get a good whistle. They should get a good whistle.
Who was in the quarterback for Minnesota?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, they put the rookie on the bench. Well, not the rookie.
Well, he got hurt.
Yeah, McCarthy's out. He's out 2 to 4 weeks.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
High ankle sprain.
Yeah. Now, something else I wanted to tell you, JT, or ask you, and it slipped my mind, so hopefully it'll come back to me. All right, so we have the Colts 3-0 as well. Does that surprise anyone?
Absolutely.
They beat.
No, I'll tell you what.
They beat
that
Tennessee.
Defense is underrated. They got some dogs on that defense.
They beat Tennessee 41-20, and Tennessee
and Daniel Jones is finally in the system he feels comfortable in.
Yeah.
I mean, it was always like his job was threatened constantly, week after week after week, when he was in New York.
Because he deserved it.
Well, I mean, would you deserve it if they took Saquon away from you?
Hey, listen, they chose to pay him instead of Saquon. That's the Giants' problem.
I understand that.
Anybody who watches football knows Saquon Barkley was the only reason that the Jets were good. I mean, I was just wasting money. But I'm still not sold on Daniel Jones. They haven't beat anybody.
The Giants, you're saying.
Yeah,
you saying they need to test Luther. They got to play somebody formidable.
The Giants weren't even good when they had Saquon.
They got to play somebody formidable. But, hey, they only can play who on the schedule,
They won
man.
9 games. They won 9 games with him, and it was Saquon when he got hurt, and they had to rely on Daniel Jones. And now he has another good running back, Jonathan Taylor.
Right.
You know, so
got a plethora of receivers too, man.
3-0. I'm not sold on them at all.
Yeah, I know they
I'm not sold on the
underrated, man. They got DeForest Buckner. They got Latu.
The defense
got
is
some
solid,
dudes,
but
man.
Daniel Jones will return to
got
who
the
he
Rodney
is.
kid. They got some dudes, man.
It was a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with him
I
at
feel
all.
you.
All right, so the shock of the day, Cleveland 13, the Green Bay Packers 10.
Shocked.
How about Junkins in that game, man? I think
Finally
he had 100 yards.
Yeah.
I think Junkins had 100 yards, man. That boy's a bruiser, man. He ain't even been there that long, man. It just speaks volumes.
All right, so let me cue up this call. Have someone that's been trying to call in and couldn't get through, so I'll call him directly and see if we could get him on. Let me see. And we have some games in progress as well. So what I'll do, hold on 1 minute, Bobby. I'll get you on. Who do we have on the screen in here? We have
San Francisco's leading Arizona.
And you got Chicago and Cowboys.
13-12 now.
Yep, 13, yep. Dallas is getting the break speed off of them.
And CeeDee Lamb CeeDee Lamb went out early.
Did he?
And
like the first play of the game.
Wow.
The first pass of the game.
It looked bad. That ankle rolled up.
Oh, wow.
And hey, Caleb Williams is looking great. That first half. And
I'm a Caleb Williams fan.
And the playbook. Ben Johnson has them running flea flickers.
You got to open
he threw a nice touchdown to Luther Burton, a rookie.
Oh, okay.
And Rome Odunze, he looks great.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been talking about Rome since our draft show.
Right,
Remember, I talked about Rome. My God, Rome is tough, man.
And DJ Moore. So the Bears,
right.
That's going to be another tough team. I like his
got
offense.
Some pieces.
He just scored.
All right, we have the caller, Bobby, on the line. What's going on, Bobby?
Hey, I'm just calling. You guys asked what's going on with Houston?
Yeah.
I live here in Columbus, Ohio, and what's going on with Houston is everything that ever happened to an NFL team that started a quarterback from the Ohio State University.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
I knew where you were going. Yeah.
Wow.
It hasn't been good. You're right.
So the true colors.
Look at this. Winston just got sentenced to jail again. So
Wow.
Get that.
Justin Fields, not a good.
Yeah.
Right. It's not looking good for those quarterbacks.
But they had so much hope for him, though.
They did.
C.J. Stroud.
I don't think it's him, man.
I don't think it's him
either. He don't got
either.
the pieces right now.
Exactly.
They got to get that line,
the
man.
line and his receivers.
Traded Lermy Tunsil, all
Bobby,
them dudes.
what did you think about that? They're saying he doesn't have the pieces.
He's a prolific
passer. Man, it's that Ohio State jinx. I'm telling you, man.
Dang. Come on.
Wow.
Now,
they're known up here as wide receiver university, right? So these quarterbacks, when you dump a 5-yard hit and your receivers are consistently running for 80 yards,
right?
You ain't getting the ball,
right?
Interesting.
And plus, you have to look at their schedule too, right?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. They play a lot of cupcakes down there.
That too.
Okay. Right.
Wow. Yeah. No, he didn't last long at all.
Getting a cup of coffee around the league.
So C.J. Stroud right now, he threw 2 picks today. Okay, so how many did he throw going into this game? Let me see if I could bring that up. Quarterback.
Damn, CJ.
Turnovers. Interceptions.
It looks like he has 3 on the year.
Yeah, but does that include today's game?
Yeah. 2. Who they play today? Jacksonville, right?
They play Jacksonville, right?
2, and he had 1 against L.A. Yeah, just 3 on the year.
Just 3 on the year. Okay.
599 yards, a rating of 76.9.
They're 0-3, and I just saw on the screen the injury that C.J. Lamb had.
CeeDee Lamb.
He ready to cry, man.
He got C.J. Stroud on the mind.
I know, right? But he looks all right now walking around.
They tried to put him back in. He couldn't make the cut. He can't. Yeah, they tried to put him in. He couldn't make that cut.
That's that high ankle.
Oh, okay.
They rolled up under him. I couldn't believe he came back.
I'm glad he got his money.
Hey.
so upset when my beloved Steelers drafted Will Howard. Instead of George Sanders, man.
Like Will Howard.
Well,
he got better since Kansas State. Man, he got better since Kansas State, man. That's all.
So why they took him because they ain't have nobody else to take.
Yeah, and he balled out in the college football playoffs, man. He's a gamer, man.
Yeah, he's a big time player.
I think he's not a big time player.
I hope he ain't Craig Krenzel.
I think he's a backup quarterback, but that's college.
Not at Kansas State, he wasn't.
Emeka Ibuka.
You know, I said this about Justin Fields as well, and I'm not sure how Justin Fields did today.
System.
He didn't play. He was out with a concussion.
He got knocked out.
That's right.
Yeah, he's out with a concussion.
Yeah. So, watch the camera there, bro. Watch the camera. Yep, we're live. All right, so
my man.
With Justin Fields, I feel as though he's nothing but a backup, and with Will Howard, I think he's nothing but a backup. And there's some correlation there with what Bobby said with Ohio State.
He brought up some great points. For facts.
Yeah.
Got a good track record.
Ricky Hart would even be a good backup in Canada, man.
Wow. Come on now. Don't slam on that thing.
No,
he's a gamer, man. What about them games against Oregon, man, in the CFB playoffs, man? He bounced back. He had the time management issue. I still think there's something there with Will Howard, man.
Well, I can say this. Look, when Tom Brady came to the NFL, he was a 6th rounder.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah. Right.
And when he got the chance when Bledsoe got hurt, he came in and now he's arguably, the quarterback.
Right, yeah. So sometimes them intangibles don't mean nothing.
Till you get on that field, like and play at that NFL speed and see how you then you can show for yourself.
I'm not giving up on Will Howard yet.
So here's the deal. We have 3 minutes to wrap up the show.
Okay.
And Bobby, real quick, take 30 seconds to let us know your thoughts on the game. Still a game.
We got away with one, fellas. They tried to hand us that game 7 or 8 times, man.
Facts.
And we just couldn't capitalize. We got away with one.
On the road.
We would have lost today, I believe.
Yeah,
they lost. They got to remember they lost.
And remember what I told you on our text stream as well about Green Bay. Okay, they went down to Cleveland today, so they've been looking good. But like I said, I'm not just going to automatically count them in as a Super Bowl team. So we'll see what happens.
Any given Sunday,
anybody can beat you.
Sunday.
One thing, man, I think they underestimated that front line of Cleveland. Garrett is at a whole other level than anybody.
Say that again. Say it again for the people in the back.
At all.
How many sacks did he have?
He only had a half a sack, but all the double teams that he was getting allowed everybody else.
Hey, JT, Miles.
He's pushing the big.
Exactly.
That's just ass and pressures he goes against the weakest link on the offensive line. JT,
yes, come on.
TJ Watt or Myles Garrett?
TJ Watt.
Thank you. Just look at the results. Just look at the results.
I can tell you this: the reason why I say TJ Watt because I get to watch him play every week. That's all.
Okay, well, the majority still says TJ Watt. The majority says TJ Watt.
Glasses. Y'all got to be objective.
Well, you got to look at results. I don't care, what you look like. You have to get the results. And TJ Watt gets better results, period.
Well,
all right, but we need to let you go because we are wrapping up. All right, talk to you later.
A good day.
Thanks for the call. All right, bye. All right, fellas, so that is a wrap. We have about a minute left before 7 o'clock. Again, this was the first Black and Gold, Pittsburgh's DSEN Black and Gold post-game show, live from Cloud 33 in the Penn Hills Shopping Center, Pittsburgh, PA. We'll be here again, with some other members of our panel next week. Remember, everyone, that is a 9:30 a.m. game. So it's an early game. Get your breakfast, get your coffee, and watch the Steelers. Hopefully, we'll be talking about another Steelers victory. 30 seconds, guys. Real quick before we wrap up.
I just want to say, Steelers, just be ready, man. We're going to Ireland. Can't sleep these Minnesota Vikings, man. I talked about Van Ginkel and Alvin Pace. They got Harrison Smith. We'll see who will be playing against our quarterback. But hopefully, man, we'll have some reinforcements back, man. Elliott, Joey Porter Jr., and so on, man. Steeler Nation, let's go, man. Let's get that win in Ireland next weekend.
All right, Luther.
Yeah, great win, 21-14. It was great to see the highest paid defense make some turnovers. Cam Hayward, 2 big plays, caused 2 turnovers. TJ Watt had 2 sacks. Brandon Eccles, 2 major plays. I was happy for him. Interception, fumble recovery. It's going to be a lot tougher in Minnesota. That defense is amazing.
All right.
So we'll see.
JT?
Hey, thank you all for listening, calling in. We appreciate you. You are who keeps the radio station going, and take care of your loved ones. Check on the older ones. God bless, and make it a great day.
All right. As the music plays, I'll just say to everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching us on YouTube. Keith, good job. Luther, good job. JT, love your comments as well. And again, we'll be right back here. Post-game show, Black and Gold, Pittsburgh ESPN. Black and Gold show next week, next Sunday. Let's hope we get a victory. All right, everyone, take care.